wanna feel, wanna fall in love, wanna give it all up, but you don't want to lose your control. Are we playing this game? Oh, are we playing this game? Are you too afraid, or are you giving in? Let the games begin, 'cause I play to win.
Save.
Just slow down midfield. Raptor gonna take control, leaving it for MJ. MJ with a double tap opportunity, and he gets it! MJ!
Trying to find another touch here, gets it around for Chance. Then gets another touch around Remzik. Maybe one man back.
Oh,
A good spam from Samuel, an insane redirect.
And go time, popping it up. Is anyone there? Supper challenges. Supper with a miss. Just Eli back. Dicky, getting it over top. And Low Ballers take the TV Grand Final. Give it up for Low Ballers.
iCosmic slowly going towards the backboard as it pops over everyone and Bone's able to get a shot off here. No, he's not getting the touch. And iCosmic with the boost that he needs, popping it over and it's straight center. Lima Joe!
Let's give it up for your Division D champions, Ball Chasers.
Try to get that one. Raptor, he's gonna try to get a 50, not able to. Jive, he's gonna beat Ivor. He's gonna turn on this one.
And Limited Aura is going to Brazil.
Give it up for your Dipsy champions, Rising Stock.
Almost. So next goal might be right here. Red Wizard followed by Squilliam. And 12 seconds left on the clock. Your Division B champions, Honey Nut.
No one's actually challenging. He was able to get that boost for free. We needed someone from Super Circles to go early, as this one does drop down. Ceiling shot is gonna be there, and Remzik doing what he does best.
And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Division A champion, Acrobatic Aura.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another night on the Dakota Collegiate Rocket League channel. It has been a hot minute for me. I went down south. I went down to the Gulf of America. Spent some time down there, and I'm back and ready to get back into the action. Playoffs have been going swell. There's been a lot of matches being played, a lot of crazy upsets, a lot of things going as expected. And tonight is only going to further that here between a couple Division D matchups. First is going to be Lethal Shootas versus Abos, the current number 2 seed and the current number 3 seed, going for a LAN qualification matchup right here. It's going to be an absolute blast getting to see these two guys duke it out. I'm joined on the desk here tonight by my main man, Bean Chalupa. How ya feeling tonight, buddy?
I feel attacked because you were talking about the Gulf of America. It's not what it should be called. I'm just letting you know. It's not what it should be called.
Hey, my bad. My bad. Listen, it's kind of just more of a meme than anything, right? So, but no, it's going to be an absolute blast here. Got Bean on the desk with me here tonight. Two Division D matchups here, like I said. So there will be another one following this series. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the bracket here. It looks a little bit scuffed, but I didn't want to cut off some of the teams and logos here. But this is going to be match letter E, as you can see kind of in the middle of your screen there. Or no, match L. My bad.
I was about to say, that's way too early.
Yeah,
in
my bad.
day.
Yeah, match letter L. So like I said, this is a LAN qualification match. The winner of this matchup will go on to face the number 1 seed of Division D, of Demo Demons, and the loser is going to drop down to match M. And they're going to face the winner of the matchup that we're going to actually see it later tonight with Blitz and 2Jits 1UNC. So very, very important matchup here as we get towards the end of this Division D bracket. So let's go ahead and I'll introduce our teams here. First is going to be ABOS, standing for a bag of salt, I do believe so. 6-3
Not
on
sand.
Not sand. I thought it was sugar, to be honest, at first. But they went 6-3 on the regular season, captained by our main man Lil Thicky, joined by Crazy Ike and Truffles. Crazy Ike, a former Division E captain. Same with Lil Thicky, so a couple of Division E captains showing out here in Division D. And then Truffles is a newcomer to the league as well. And he's been having an all right season himself, but obviously Lil Thicky leading this team. What's crazy to me is that this team is the current number 3 seed in Division D. And they don't have very crazy stats. I mean, no one's even really near a goal per game on this team. The closest one being Lil Thicky at 0.73. He does have a great shooting percentage at 32%. But I mean, that aside, there is not a lot of scoring output on this team, which tells me that maybe they're getting a lot of saves per game. Maybe more of a defensive team, kind of locking down and trying to get some counterattacks. And you know, the chances they do get offensively, they're trying to put away. So we'll see if we can see that here tonight. And we'll toss it over to Lethal Shootas, and I'll let my boy Bean talk about these guys.
All right, so Lethal Shootas right here. They have the exact same record as Abos at 6-3. They're led by Ricky LaFleur, with their 2 other men being Warrior and Duck. I'm not sure if Duck was in here last semester, but I do remember Ricky LaFleur and Warrior. But I mean, looking at these stats, I mean, they're pretty offensive heavy, more comparatively than Abos, with them being just a little bit higher, with Warrior and Duck having higher averages per game than the other second and third man. And all across the board, I mean, they're looking really solid, and all of them are shooting above a 30% shooting percentage, which is really good actually out here. And the demos, I mean, they're pretty even. I mean, all around, I think this team is super solid. And I mean, stats wise, it does look like they have a little bit of the edge. Obviously, before they had, they do have the highest winning percentage on this Division D. So, I mean, that kind of says a lot right there. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Ricky LaFleur, if anybody remembers from the early season, he was at, I think through 3 weeks, I think he was at like, I think it was like a 75% shooting percentage through 3 weeks. Which like I could see that being like a thing after like 1 week, right? Where it's kind of like a crazy series, you're shooting lights out, you know? But to go 3 weeks at 75% is absolutely crazy. Obviously, that's dropped down to what we'd call reasonable at 38%, but it's still very high for like you had kind of caught. But yeah, again, both these teams actually kind of towards the end of their seasons, I think kind of dropped off a little bit in the scoring department, goals per game. Normally you have at least one person at that like 1 goal per game, if not like more. Both these teams don't really have that, which is kind of an interesting stat line. So we might see more of kind of a low scoring play here between these two teams. But you know, there's going to be nerves. There's going to be a lot more on the on the line here with land qualification in mind. So we will go ahead and see what's going to happen here tonight. But Bean, do you have anybody from A Bag of Salt added? Because I thought I had Lil Thicky added, but I don't think I actually.
Yeah, I got him because I was Lil Thicky's old coach.
No, there you go.
And he loves me a lot more than you will, apparently.
Well, he thinks I sit here and play Black Ops 6 all day, so I mean, there is that. So
yeah, that's why. Never mind. I'm not bringing up old beef. It's already expired, man.
It is expired. But yeah. So I guess before we get into this one, Bean, what's going to be your prediction here on the night?
Oh, that's great. This is gonna be. Oh man, I have no clue. I mean, looking at both of these teams, the Shooters do have the slight edge. I feel they have a more well-rounded offense than Abos, but Abos has that solid defense, having the most saves in their division. So it's tough to say, but I'm gonna go with my gut. I think it's gonna be Abos actually taking this in.
Really?
It's gonna be close. I think it might go to a game 7.
Game 7 would be crazy, I won't lie, but we do have, you know, the number 2 and the number 3 seeds, like you said. So that's gonna be hard no matter what. But so you're going with Abos, think it's going 7. I'm gonna go Lethal Shootas. They were so dominant to start off the season. It was a crazy dominance. I couldn't really see a team that could be able to rival them. Luckily, we do have Demo Demons that rose through the ranks and came out crazy towards the end of the season, like a 6 or 7 series win streak. They were kind of able to take down this Lethal Shootas team. But, I mean, I saw the dominance. I gotta go with Lethal Shootas here. Ricky LaFleur has been a dominant player before. Warrior was a very dominant player in Division E last semester. And Duck has been having a great season as well. So I gotta go with Lethal Shootas. I think this might be... I'm gonna give it five games. I think this could be...
5 games?
I think so.
No.
Listen, if Lethal Shootas are playing like I know they can play, I think they're gonna dominate this series and potentially even win the division. I'm gonna put it out there. So that's my prediction. So for those of you that also want to be a part of the prediction here, we do have a poll going in the chat. If you want to put some boost or some channel points on the line, some Gamba. But yeah, we'll see if these guys are ready, and we'll hop right into things. I'm noticing that. Yeah, 5. I'm telling you. Okay, maybe 6. I don't think it's going to 7 though. I don't. I think we're gonna see a 5 or 6 game series here. By the way, one thing I do want to shout out here is we've actually absolutely smashed our sub goal. We are at 68. I've just kept it on there for fun, just to see like what we can kind of get to.
How far we can go.
Obviously we've already achieved it. The K-Tool cardboard cutout has been ordered, and it's being sent to iCosmic's apartment. So whenever he receives that, we'll be doing a. I'll be having him go out and he'll record it, and I'll edit it down, and hopefully try and reveal that at LAN.
Do we know what the restaurant is?
So I have to talk with some of the details with Cosmic. I've thought about it, and I'm like, I feel like maybe we should try and get like permission ahead of time, because I don't think a lot of restaurants will be chill with like some random guy in a suit bringing in like a cardboard cutout.
Why not? What do you mean? It's like any other couple. It's just one of them doesn't eat.
Any other couple is actually just crazy.
What's the difference, man?
Get this, dude. Someone needs to wife up my boy Chalupa over here. He needs to experience it. Yeah.
Dude, wait, someone needs to what's it called? Put like a little speaker on the little K-Tool cutout, so then it talks.
Oh hell nah. It would not stop talking if it's actually K-Tool. I don't know if we'd want that, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, enough yap. Let's go ahead and get this series on the road here. Abos versus Lethal Shootas getting underway here. The number 3 and number 2 seed gonna be battling it out for their ticket to LAN, and hopefully gonna be a good one here, Chalupa.
We'll kind of see. Starting off a little bit slow with Doug not having a ton of boost to be able to get anything going, but Warrior off of the backboard. Lil think you might be able to get it around, but Ricky LaFleur on top of this. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see how well these teams are able to read each other, and how they're able to adapt with how each other is playing. Because obviously, throughout the series, sometimes both teams just switch play styles, which obviously some of the higher ranking seeds, I feel they tend to adjust a lot more than probably the lower seeds, and that's why they are winning so many more games.
Yeah, no, for sure. One thing I'm noticing right out the bat too is cosmetically these teams are looking crazy. We got a full-on NASCAR car setup coming out from Lil Thicky here, full-on decal
mainframe
and everything. We got a mainframe. We got Ricky LaFleur fully dripped out, full gold pigeon on the hood, on the roof. Seriously, we got some crazy cars going out here.
By the way,
how much was it?
50 credit.
Oh, 50? I thought you said like 450 or something. I was like, holy.
For a topper, there's no way.
Hopefully, if he spent 450 credits, hopefully he used code Dcrl when he did buy that.
Yeah.
But
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, but we are already 2 minutes in. Haven't really seen too many crazy opportunities or anything like that yet. Seems like both of these teams, as a lot of game ones go, are kind of feeling each other out. Duck maybe has a chance. You're going to roll this one up the wall. Warrior gets a great pinch off the back wall. Crazy Ike's a little bit awkward. Ball finally finds its way out here. Truffles haven't said his name too much here. And I thought he had alpha wheels for a second there, but pretty sure those are just the DHEs. See if Ricky can get anything going here. I've heard a couple people say DHE. Look, think he can't find the shot. I've heard a couple people say DHE. I've heard Dicey's. I've heard it a lot of ways. I don't know what your take is. Do you say Dicey's?
I'd say Dicey's, but honestly, I have no clue how to say it.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I asked to see if you kind of knew, but I mean, they're wheels, and they're nice wheels. I really like them. Obviously, they had the black Dicey's from the multiplayer free play that you could get for free, which was actually really nice.
Yeah, I've got 2 pairs now. A little flex there. I had one from before everybody had them, so get wrecked.
No. Trading becomes a thing. Those things are gonna freaking go down in price so hard.
Yeah, I know. It's very unfortunate. I think the best wheel in the game. But enough yap. We've been going on and on about random stuff here, but I feel like, I don't know. Have there been any shots on net yet here, Chalupa? I haven't really seen much. Both these guys just kind of giving away possession.
There have been 2 shots on it from lethal shooters, but Abos are able to save both of them. They're kind of holding it down on the defensive end, which was kind of what we were expecting. A little bit of defense coming from Abos, as they almost get their own little shot of their own to be able to almost seal this game for this game 1, but they're not able to, as Duck popping it over. There's still 1 minute remaining. Truffles might be able to pass it to someone, but Ricky LaFleur is there passing it. Oh, Crazy Ike not getting the best touch, almost getting an own goal. He's off the wall, might be able to get around another. Oh, faking him. Let's see if he can get another pass. Lil Thicky gets the shot on bar down, and Lil Thicky takes his first goal in this game 1.
That was an actual just crazy play there from Abos. I think that might have been their first shot on goal. Maybe their second total. I don't really know, but Crazy Ike with the fake into the pass, and Lil Thicky slots that one away, finding the first goal of this series. See if Lethal Shooters can try and answer back here. Ricky LaFleur maybe has an opportunity. Looks a little bit too late. Goes over top of that ball. Lil Thicky, a little bit of a piece of Duck. Can't find a touch here. Lil Thicky trying to capitalize, but Ricky LaFleur with a goal line save there. 20 seconds to go, Chalupa. Lethal Shooters need something here.
Yeah, Truffle's trying to get something going. He's almost able to get the shot off, but he gets a little bit too early as it gets off of the backboard. Lil Thicky on the shot. Lil Thicky with the second goal here, and I think that's the dagger for this game 1.
I think it really might be here. I don't know what it was from Abos, but something started clicking there late in game 1. Abos finding a couple great goals there. We'll see how this game does close out. 10 seconds to go. Ball pops up off the kickoff. Truffle's gonna go up for it, gets a piece of it. Ricky LaFleur now desperately trying to get something, but Lil Thicky, the captain of this Abos team, with a great challenge, gonna shut down all that momentum and all that pressure. And Abos going to be taking game number 1 here, and what is kind of looking like might be many here tonight.
Yeah, Abos were able to handle the pressure early as the Lethal Shooters got 2 quick shots off, but they were able to hold on, and they were able to put, I guess, they had 6 shots compared to the 2 that Lethal Shooters had right away. So Abos started to read them a little bit more.
Wow.
And they were able to get those offensive opportunities going for them. And I mean, they were looking super dominant here. Let's see. I mean, it could be the story of this series, but we'll just kind of have to see.
Yeah, no, I mean, we commented on it after we were done yapping about cars and how you pronounce DHEs or Dicey's. The only 2 shots on the pitch were from Lethal Shooters with like what? I think it was like 2 minutes left to go or something like that. And you know, for Abos to get the 6 shots on net in that amount of time is crazy to say the least. So something started clicking. We'll see if that continues as we segue over into game number 2. I think Ricky LaFleur is taking a little bit of a break here. I'm not too sure what's going on, but looks like everybody's ready to go. Maybe just pulling a Shavin. I'm not too sure. Shout out Shavin.
Sometimes people just need to relax, and they just have to cool off. They just put the controller down. They were just cracking the knuckles. Who knows?
Listen, I as someone that's been on a team with Shavin, that is fully intentional, and it is fully a tactic to get in your opponent's head. I don't know if Ricky LaFour's got that type of dog in him, but maybe he does. But no matter what, we are getting into game number 2 now. Abos with a very dominant second half to that game number 1. We'll see if Lethal Shootas can answer back here in game 2.
I'm kind of seeing this as it's going off the corner. Duck on top of this, but Trouble's able to cut it off. Crazy Ike getting the shot off, almost top bins, but it's just a little bit too high. Lil Thicky following it up and getting his 3rd goal in this series. And Lil Thicky is looking super dominant on the defensive end.
Yeah, no, especially his shooting is just looking very, very good right now. Feels like everything he's touching is just almost given to him on a platter. Truffles with a great shot there that rebounds out. Lil Thicky makes a nice read on it. And again, sometimes you just need a shooter on your team. And I was, per Lethal Shoota's name, there we go. Warrior is going to be that guy. A great shot from the corner. Gets Lethal Shoota's first goal of the series.
A little unfortunate from Truffles as he wasn't able to control it perfectly, and he just passed it straight into Warrior's hands. And Warrior's just like, all right, I guess I'll take the shot. Like, why not? It's right in front of me, so might as well get a ripper going for my team. And they're able to tie it up here in this game. Duck might be able to get another shot going, but Crazy Eye cutting him off up in the air. Ricky LaFleur almost getting another shot. We'll be able to read this off of the backboard. No, just a little bit off. Oh my goodness, that would have been such a nice goal for them, and it would have given them the first lead for this series.
Yeah, no, that was a close opportunity, but a very hard one at that. I do really want to take a quick pause here and give a quick shout out to a couple people. Silk subscribed at some point that I missed, so huge love to you, brother. Thank you for doing that. Chemic with a raid earlier as well. Chemic, it will be on stream later for those of you wondering. And then Weevil also just gifted a sub to our boy PTG, who's also going to be on stream later. So huge shout out to all you guys for all of the support as always. But getting back here in the game number 2, 3 minutes 20 to go. Both these teams kind of battling it out still. The scoring has started to crack out here. Crazy Ike showing off a little bit of mechs here. This is not looking like Division D. Crazy Ike, the second man on his team, Lil Thicky, almost finds the top right corner. And he's been so good all series long. And Warrior is just going to have a wide open net off of a couple players just holding hands. Who was that? Crazy Ike and I don't even know who that is. Duck?
I have no clue. Probably.
I don't know, but I just gifted Lethal Shootas a free net there. 3 minutes to go. Lethal Shootas find themselves in the lead for the first time.
Yeah, no one was back. That felt like a really long time for nobody to be back from the ABOS half. I'm not sure what was happening besides like the hand holding. Obviously just in the corner, minding their own business. But I don't know. It just felt like a really long time for them to not be able to get back, just in general. So we're kind of seeing how this game goes. Half of the game has gone by as it's getting handed over towards ABOS. Crazy Ike on this ball, faking around, and Duck not able to get it. And Crazy Ike able to follow it up and get the ABOS second goal. What a play coming from him. A little fake, getting behind Duck. Whoo, that was a beauty coming from him. And Crazy Ike getting his first goal of this series. And I mean, ABOS is looking super dominant on the offensive end as Warrior getting his hat trick for this series and getting them the second lead for Lethal Shooters. They desperately needed this in this series as Crazy Ike not able to get there. It was just a little bit too fast. And amazing placement coming from Warrior. I mean, it's looking really good for Lethal Shooters now just from a Warrior alone.
Yeah, I don't know. That was looked like a great shot there. Lethal Shooters now coming in, but it's very close game here. 1 goal separating these two teams. Now 2 minutes to go. Warrior trying to get something going, but Truffles the big denial here. Truffles is one of those players, Chalupa, that I feel like I haven't really seen too much of. Doesn't really get involved with the community too much. Kind of one of these unknown players, but I've been very impressed with his play here in this series so far.
I know. I mean, honestly, all of these players are looking super, like, I feel like they've improved so much. I feel sometimes, especially in these lower divisions, just the progress that some of these players have is insane.
It's insane.
I love like, because when I was playing and going down in Division D and seeing the progression of some of these players and how they play, it changes so drastically, especially compared to the higher ranks. I feel, because the higher ranks, I feel like it's harder to progress, just because you know a decent amount of the game. And as I'm talking, Lil Thicky with the ripper in the top right bins. Oh my goodness!
What a shot there! He actually flipped away from that ball. He didn't even flip towards it or anything. That was an insane shot there coming from Lil Thicky. His shooting has just been absolutely dominant here in this series as he gets the equalizer. This game is now tied 3-3. Lethal Shootas looking for a quick answer. Ricky LaFleur can't quite find it though. Crazy Ike. The 50. Truffles looks a little bit awkward. Lil Thicky is going to opt to come in here, but Ricky LaFleur holding at midfield presence fairly well here. Crazy Ike, full tank of boost. What is he going to do with it? Nothing. His Warrior shuts that one down. Duck, a little bit too far up here, but looks like Ricky LaFleur just going to lob this one on net, but that's a great little pop there. Truffles! Is that man? Is he actually on his own controller? Bro's looking like Painted Harp down in Division D. Insane play.
Dude, I was so hoping for that redirect. It was looking so good for a little bit. But Lethal Shooters were able to skid by. 30 seconds left. Both teams are tied up. We'll see who's able to get this last lead going, or if it might go to overtime.
Yeah, 15 seconds here. Ball's gonna be up. Warrior maybe has a chance here. Is gonna be online. Truffles makes a huge save. Ducklo comes flying in from downtown. A great shot. The bouncer finds its way in. 10 seconds to go. Iced in this man's veins, and Lethal Shootas are in the lead.
Looking like Shaq. Look like Shaq right there with the little putback dunk on this team. But now they get the lead here. Are they able to hold on with these next 10 seconds? Crazy Ike on this ball, able to put it on their half, but nobody's able to follow up. Lil Thicky keeping it up. Is anybody able to get another shot off? No. It bounces onto the ground, and Lethal Shooters able to win their first game here in game 2. And what a dominant play coming from a Warrior himself with his hat trick. Looking really good this game.
They really were, but I gotta hand it to Duck though, getting his goal. I mean, at that end there, 10 seconds to go, game on the line, and Duck able to put that one away in a fantastic fashion. I need to update the series count here. Lethal Shooters do tie it up 1-1 in the series now. Very close one though. Abos made it close. A couple great shots coming up from them, especially Lil Thicky, but ultimately just falling a little bit short. And now Lethal Shooters starting their campaign in this series. And so if my prediction is going to ring true, I need Lethal Shooters to win out for the rest of this series. You predicted it to go to 7, which it's kind of looking, if this pattern continues, this trend, it's looking, this could go to 7. I ain't gonna lie. Both these teams kind of battling it out right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
A little bit of a numbers game. Lil Thicky right now has, I think, 80% of the goals for his team.
Maybe?
Because he has 4 goals, and I think, what was it, Crazy Ike that had the other goal?
Yes.
Because Lil Thicky had the 2 in the first game, and then he had 2, and then 1 from Crazy Ike. That's 4 goals, 1 goal, 4 plus 1, 5, 4 divided by 5, 80%. I'm too good, man. I'm too good at these stats. I'm telling you.
What is this guy yapping about? I don't even know at this point. But anyways, we are into game number 3 now. And listen, if anybody could follow what my boy Chalupa was just saying, kudos to you. But I, on the other hand, I fear I did not follow that. But listen, I'm just gonna go by your word and trust that Ricky LaFleur is having, or Lil Thicky more of, is having a great series. Shooting wise, bro is looking like Remzik out here right now. Great showing from him. We'll see if he can continue here in game 3.
Oh, Crazy Ike almost had a crazy shot from him, almost getting around people, but not able to get the touch. Lil Thicky 50 off of, I think that was Duck. Nobody's able to get the touch off from the ABOS half, except for Crazy Ike getting it around one. Is he able to get around another? No, Warrior is cutting him off into the corner. Lil Thicky not getting touch. It's floating, but Truffles is there on top of the ball. Is he able to get around another? No, Duck still on there. Crazy Ike trying to get an offense going. Look at the mechs in the aerial play. Crazy Ike's looking really good in the air, actually. I feel like compared to a lot of these Div D players, he feels really comfortable going up and controlling the ball and trying to make a play out of that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think from what I'm seeing, he's kind of more of the mechy playmaker, type player on this team. Obviously Lil Thicky is looking like the shooter. Truffles, that rock on defense. Looks like this ABOS team having some great role players on their team, and looks like they've kind of found their play style, which is awesome to see. Probably a big reason why they're the current number 3 seed, right? We saw their stats. Nothing too crazy, as Lil Thicky almost finds a great bump play there. Can barely not find it, but again, what I was kind of saying before, that this team play, this chemistry, that this ABOS team definitely going to contribute to their success this season.
Yeah. Well, we'll kind of see what's happening, but right now it's super even, and Game 7's looking more and more likely as it's popping over towards the ABOS side, and Warrior pinching it off of the corner, but Truffle's able to cut him off of the backboard. Ricky Fury not getting the shot off. Truffle's missing also. Duck is missing. Oh my goodness, looking like a Whiff City, a team from Div B. It's just their name, but obviously they're not whiffing, right?
Right.
Or at least I hope not.
I mean, Krill's on the team, so.
Throw a little shade over towards Steven. Oh my goodness, Crazy almost getting the own goal, but he's able to save him and popping it around another as Ricky LaFleur cutting it off, and nobody's touching that one as Ricky LaFleur passes it over towards Warrior, and Warrior's able to get the shot off and getting this goal in Game 3. A huge play coming from the Lethal Shooters team.
How about that pass, though, from Ricky LaFleur? Finds himself in the perfect spot. Gets a nice little nifty backboard touch over straight to his teammate there. Warrior able to slap that one away. And that's a great little team play there from Lethal Shootas. Maybe another one here, but Ricky LaFleur not able to find the touch. Truffle's almost catastrophic miss there. And again, Crazy Ike looking just very, very good mechanically right now. As he gets a great flick, getting demoed in the process. Lil Thicky putting this ball in the orange half here. Truffle's going to come in for a shot, but getting denied by the defense of Lethal Shootas. Warrior now going to try and continue this ball in. Going to bounce this up high. Crazy Ike, awkward ball here, and Warrior finds the dookie as I believe it was Crazy Ike. An awkward ball floating barely off the backboard here. Didn't know what to do with it, and Warrior reads it all away.
Crazy Ike wasn't able to get under the ball to be able to clear it out. The ball went under him, and then it just went straight down and into the hands of Warrior. Warrior's having a really good shooting night too. As he's having a similar game to Lil Thicky, as both of them have been like the main star for shooting wise for each of their teams. So I mean, good on Warrior and Lil Thicky right now. As Lil Thicky not having a bunch of boosts to be able to do anything, as Crazy Ike not getting the touch off of Duck's touch. It's floating over towards Truffle. Is he able to control it a little bit? Is he able to get another touch? Gets the demo off of Warrior. Crazy Ike on top of this, straight, and Duck with the epic save. Duck with another save. Truffles put it around with the save. Oh my goodness, it's just goal line save after goal line save. It's barely around. Ricky LaFleur getting another save. The defensive effort coming from Lethal Shooters is insane.
Wow, I don't even know what I'm seeing right now. That's just a fantastic defensive play here from Lethal Shooters. It was an onslaught of pressure from ABOS, and somehow they come out unscathed. 30 seconds to go here. Lethal Shooters with the 2-goal lead, maintaining it beautifully. See if they can continue to do so here as Ricky LaFleur gets a great save. Duck challenging it. Crazy Ike gets a flick around one, but gets demoed in the process. Once again, Warrior, decent touch here. Lil Thicky gonna put this into the half here. Can he shoot? Can't quite. Duck closes a door on him, and Crazy Ike with an opportunity here pops it up high. They're gonna need this one here, but Warrior, the great challenge. And oh my, a shutout game here from Lethal Shootas in game 3. What a showing on defense from the number 2 seed.
That was the craziest 30 seconds I have seen in a while. Abos was putting banger after banger onto the net. As you can see, their shot 6-2 again. But this time, Lethal Shootas were able to hold on this time. As, I think there was 3 goal line saves coming from them. One of them not counting, I think, as a Duck was able to get another one. But obviously, since it was like back-to-back, he didn't get that stat. But that was, oh my goodness. That was just a crazy 30 seconds.
Somebody should go back and clip that, because I want that to go on social media, because that was just fantastic. Especially just looking at the stats right now, the only 2 shots that Lethal Shootas took were goals. All the other shots in this entire lobby in that game number 3 were on the side of Abos. None of them falling through the defense of Lethal Shootas. Despite their name, what their name might say, you might expect them to be the offensive guys, but I don't know, man. Defensively, it was a masterclass there in game 3, but we are ready to go into game number 4 now. Lethal Shootas seem to have the momentum in their favor in this series. They need 2 more games before they punch their ticket to land. We'll see if they can do just that.
A little side comment from Abos. They had a one-sided game of tic-tac-toe on that last game, as it was just 3x3 square of zeros / O's.
Oh,
so a little unfortunate from them.
Bro's turning into Yellow Dog right now with these little observations and number games.
Yeah, the palindrome.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, game number 4, Abos. After game number 1, haven't really found that spark. They found goals and they found pressure. They're gonna have to find some way to break through this Lethal Shootas defense. And in my opinion, one of the best ways to do that might be to find some disruption and some demos or anything to kind of disrupt the rotation of this Lethal Shootas team, because right now they are all locked in. They look like the Great Wall of China right now, because nothing is getting by them.
Yes, indeed. As I was not able to get anything going off into the air, as Duck passing it straight over towards Truffles, and Truffles passing it over towards Warrior, going back and forth. Truffles getting the bump off to make sure that there's no play coming from Warrior. Crazy Ike on top of this ball, passing it over towards the mid. Is anybody there? A little thicky, but Rick and the Fear cutting it off. Truffles needs to go up here to get that save and just gets it barely. Duck not able to get a pass over for mid, as Truffles is on top of this ball, trying to pop it over, but Ricky the Fear is there to stop the ball from going straight into the back of the net. Ricky the Fear getting an offensive touch, but now Lil Thicky is on the defense, trying to get a nice little catch, popping it over into the air. Will he be able to get a pass? Not getting a touch, neither of them touching it, and it's a little awkward coming from maybe OS.
Yeah, 2 minutes have passed, bringing some good opportunities for both sides. Nothing falling yet, though. That's a great pop, though, from Truffles. Ricky is going to be very awkward as he makes a great little redirect there. All of his time, for anybody that watched him play last semester, bro was a permanent goalkeeper. All that time spent training his defensive skills looks like they're coming through right now. Ricky LaFour again on 0 boost, pops his ball into the corner, the safety of that orange corner. Crazy Ike maybe looking for a pass, but Lil Thicky was a little bit too patient on that one, but it allows Crazy Ike just to show off some mechs here. Doing some air roll action here, 100%. Beating out 2, but can't quite get anything going. And the game is still tied up 0-0. Who is going to be able to strike first?
Yeah, it's floating over towards mid as Duck's getting a shot off, but Crazy Ike with barely enough boost to get the save off. It's going back and forth over near their goal as it's floating straight towards the mid. Is Lil Thicky able to get a shot off? Not able to get another touch as Ricky almost redirecting, getting straight to his own net. Unfortunate there is it's off of the backboard. Is Lil Thicky there? No! And Crazy Ike is just hitting it past all the defenders. Not able to get a shot off. Passing it over towards Lil Thicky. But Ricky LaFear on this. 4 saves coming from him. He's looking like a defensive monster. And he's looking like a little bit of a dear goalkeeper that I would love to mention. Memo Ochoa, one of Mexico's greatest goalkeepers ever. Shout out to him though. He has the same birthday as me. If you didn't know that. Now you know.
W shout out. Because I was gonna make like a reference to maybe a shot finally breaks through the Lethal Shootas defense here. Let's see what happened here. A great 50 from Crazy Ike. Lil Thicky reads out perfectly, barely beats out Duck. Ricky had a read on it, couldn't get up high enough. And Abos now in the lead for the first time in quite some time now. Minute 13 to go. See if they can maintain it though. This defense has been strong. Lethal Shootas, they've been playing basically only defense, not a lot of offensive chances. So a 1-goal lead is going to be massive, but you have to think now with a minute to go. Lethal Shootas is going to try and turn it up offensively. We'll see if they can do that as Lil Thicky puts us into the orange corner. Ricky LaFleur can't find a touch. This could be the end here, but Lil Thicky, his shooting's been so good. Uncharacteristic miss there, but again, Ricky LaFleur has just been a brick wall on defense here in this game 4.
That was a very much needed demo coming from Crazy Ike as he's still on top of this ball, able to get a full percent. No, I thought he was gonna go for it, and he almost had that. 30 seconds remaining. They need to keep this away from their half as Crazy Ike is on top of this, not able to get a 50 off of Ricky. Truffles pass it over towards Crazy Ike, but Duck getting the nice dunk on him. A little Thicky on top. Off of the air, needing to get a touch off of the corner. He's able to read this, pass it over towards his teammate Crazy Ike, but he's not able to get a touch off. Crazy Ike touching it around the defender, trying to waste some time here as Lil Thicky getting a touch off. They could get a shot off. Warrior off of the backboard. Is anybody there? It's floating up. Is Warrior able to get a touch? No! It's still up. Oh my goodness! But it's going towards their half instead. Warrior popping it up. Ricky LaFleur accidentally passed it over towards his team. His Trouble's able to get the shot off. No, Dunk is still on this, not having enough boost to keep it out. Oh, it hits the corner. It's still up. Oh my goodness. I'm keeping it up. No, Lil Thicky putting it down. Oh my goodness. That was a little bit stressful for Abos. It was looking like they almost were able to get a shot off, but they hold off. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this stat line from Lethal Shootas right now. Holy! Ricky LaFleur looking like he's playing his goalkeeper role in this game number 4.
Shout out Memo.
5 saves coming out from him. 1 shot again. Lethal Shootas, 2 shots once again. That's it. I'm gonna put it out there. This defensive play style, it's not sustainable. It's not, if they're not getting any goals or any shots or any offensive pressure at all, you have to score at least 1 goal, right, to win a game. And Lethal Shootas, I don't know, man. They've been somehow finding goals in the other games, but in that one, just there was absolutely nothing.
No, I don't know. It just felt like they were like way slower than they were those last 2 games. Those last 2 games, I feel like they were always on that offensive end, and they just got super passive this time around. And they weren't getting the touches that they wanted, and I don't know, they were just hesitating a lot, which is something you need to be wary of, because if you hesitate and you don't make that decision, it kind of makes your teammates second guess on what they're supposed to do also, and then they hesitate, and then it just gets like a little chain reaction, and then people just don't know what to do half the time.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a great observation. Oh man!
Oh my goodness!
Wow! A full court shot from Crazy Ike. Snipes the top right corner. A huge floater. Ricky LaFleur got a piece of it. Could not make it. The placement was too good from Crazy Ike. And Abos off to a fantastic start here to game number 5. And I gotta say, my prediction's already out the window here. I thought Lethal Shootas were gonna take this one in 5. And that is no longer possible. Right. Yours is still very much alive though, and looking more and more likely as every game goes by.
Oh snap! Lil Thicky almost getting the aerial play. It's floating over towards the net, but Duck able to clear it out. Oh, that was a little scary. Truffles with the shot, putting it straight over to the top left bins. Oh my god, what a play coming from Abos.
That was a fantastic shot there. The shooting, just the pure offensive prowess of this Abos team has been very, very cool to see. Especially, you know, considering this was a Division D team, I'm loving the chemistry that this team has and the roles that these guys are playing. It's awesome to see as Truffles finds a great goal there. You know, we've seen him kind of sit back quite a bit, being that third man on this team, but every once in a while he's going to come up and score something absolutely crazy like that. We'll see if they can continue that. Lil Thicky going for a shot, but it's going to be way off the mark here. Ricky LaFour going to lob one on net, and Truffles can't find a shot, or a save, I mean. And Ricky LaFour with a full court goal of his own, bringing us back within one.
Shout out to Trinidad James. If anybody knows, you know. I'm not going to explain any further, but Ricky LaFour looking like him, and especially with that shot, looking really nice. And nobody was able to get it off of the defense, but a very nice placement coming from him, and a very well-needed goal for this Lethal Shooters team as it's floating on to the left side of the Abos half. And Lil Thicky is reading that, but is not able to follow up on it. It's floating up into the air. Who's going to get their first Duck and Truffles? Duck is, as it's going towards the right side, is Crazy Ike getting a little controlled touch, bumping Ricky LaFour off of the ball. And Warrior trying to get a touch off, but it goes straight into Truffles' hands. It's floating.
Yeah.
And Duck! Oh, no! Duck owned goaling for the team. And Truffles with a little bit of talk coming from him, just a little quick chat saying thanks. A little bit of just a little, throw a little bit of shade, and trying to tilt Lethal Shooters just a little bit more. We'll see if that can go into play, as sometimes the mental game is way stronger than the physical game.
Yeah, no, it really is. Listen, I've said this way too much throughout all of my casts and stuff like that, but I would say it's quite literally a 50-50. Like in competitive Rocket League, when you're on a team and you're in a division, whatever you want to call it, your mental is so important, and those little things can definitely send you off. Hopefully Lethal Shooters can lock back in here. Looks like Duck has a great chance there. Warrior almost puts it away, but defense from Crazy Ike holds strong here as he's going to try and grab that boost, but Ricky LaFour with great presence there does not allow him to do so. Duck kind of puts us into the corner. Truffles looks to control this one. That's a great touch. Gets it around Warrior, but Ricky has a great follow-up. Reads the play beautifully. Ball goes up here. Warrior has a chance here. Can't quite slot it. And man, oh man, very close opportunity there. Warrior, in my opinion, is kind of the offensive key to this Lethal Shooters team, and he's been pretty quiet so far in this series. Ricky LaFour been more that defensive guy, the goalkeeper. Warrior been the guy getting a lot of these goals, and Ricky LaFour finds a little bit of a window in the defense of Abos. Let's see what happens here. Lil Thicky can't find the shot. Huge whiffs. I think 3 of them back to back. Ricky finds the opening and brings this one back within 1.
Yeah, Ricky LaFour getting those 2 goals. And he's looking a lot more like how he should be as the captain of this team, leading his way through the deficit, trying to keep the mental alive. Obviously very important here, as Crazy Ike putting it over towards a Duck as it's going straight over towards the middle. Truffles cutting it off. Ricky LaFour not having enough boost to do anything, but he gets 50'd off by Warrior and Truffles, and Lil Thicky on this, but trying to get it around Ricky, but it gets touched by him. As a Crazy Ike not getting the shot off, a little bit off onto the right side. And it's going back over towards Truffles, but he gets bumped by Ricky LaFour, and it's just floating on the Lethal Shooters side. Truffles trying to get a pass going, and it's going straight down over towards him again. Is anybody in the middle? No! Nobody's able to follow up on that. But Crazy Ike with the 50 off of Warrior, it's going back middle. Nobody's there to get an offensive shot. Lil Thicky on this, 1 minute remaining. Abos want to hold this lead to be able to go into match point. Just a 1 game closer.
45 seconds to go. Lil Thicky gonna put this on net. Double commit does come out from Lethal Shooters, but they're gonna be able to recollect. But that's a great 50 from Truffles. Is he gonna find another one? Duck able to shut that one down though. Warrior, not the best touch, but Crazy Ice kind of little bit too far behind as Warrior gets another touch around him. Lil Thicky can't find the touch of his own, but Truffles there to save the day. Puts this one close, Duck. Maybe a shot. The shot can't go on. That's a huge demo, man. No. Warrior can't find the shot. In fact, can't even find a touch to say that. That's a much needed shot on net there. Duck desperately trying to class something. That's a great center from Ricky, but Crazy Ike. Great backboard defense. Looks like Warrior trying to get a pass off, but that big clear might seal the deal here. Crazy Ike just needs to let this ball hit the ground. Ricky can't get to it. And Abos gonna progress to match point here, winning 2 back-to-back games.
Oh my goodness, that was... Lethal Shooters were starting to get a lot more offense going towards the end there. They were just putting shot after shot, but Abos were able to hold off. And I mean, that was just really good coming from the Abos side, as they needed to hold off from that to get into match point, into game 6. And as I'm talking, I see that Lethal Shooters did call a timeout, so I'm guessing we'll be transitioning over to that.
Yes, we will. I do want to take this time real quick to give a quick shout out to Hip Dusty for subscribing with Prime. We don't get a whole lot of those, so thank you to you if you're still listening and watching. Appreciate that, as always. If anybody else has their primes that they want to use on us, feel free to do so. But yeah, another thing I do want to mention are the cams of Abos. Lil Thicky and Truffles both literally like they have their cams on, and I appreciate them being in cams, but both of them just literally have their camera pointing at the ceiling, so I don't really understand. I don't understand the whole thought process there, but listen, I guess I appreciate you boys joining, I guess.
They might have a pimple that they're a little embarrassed about. Okay. Hey, these are people, man. These are people we're talking about.
Maybe. I just saw Lil Thicky like mog the camera real quick though, so I don't know if it's that, but but yeah, no, it's been a fantastic series so far. We'll see exactly what can continue here, as Abos, like I said before, are now on match point. So we'll see if they can continue that. But it looks like these boys are ready to go. This could be the last game of the series if Abos can control it, but you know what they say. The last game is the hardest one to close out. So we'll see if Abos can do just that. I do need to switch over. I forget that that's not automatic. Quick shout out to Chemic.
Come on, world.
For dropping a gifted sub as well. And that actually puts us at 100 concurrent gifted sub, or not gifted, just subs in general. We have 100. We have 100 concurrent subs on the channel right now. So huge shout out to Chemic here. Bringing the hype in this series. Game number 6 getting underway.
I was a little thing to add in there. I would use my gifted, but not my gifted, my prime sub, but I did get gifted a sub by Lil Thicky, actually. So shout out to him, giving me a nice free sub. I was talking crazy. I almost had the nice flick over the entire defense, but it was just a little bit too high. Warrior trying to get another shot off. His Truffles barely able to get off on there. Truffles needing to get 50 off of Duck. Rick, if you're getting this shot off, but Crazy Ike is there to nice and easily get a nice touch. Missing as Truffles on the ball still. Rick, if you're nice and easy save as it's floating over towards Lil Thicky, but Lil Thicky not getting the touch that he wants. Truffles get the shot off. It's a little bit too high. Crazy Ike needing this, but Duck is still on there with no boost, but still coming back for the save.
Quick shout out again. Mitch dropping 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that as always. And we got another crossbar from Truffles. It's 2 back to back. The crossbar putting in work right now. It's another one. Goodness. Crazy Ike, this Abos team putting on so much pressure, cannot find the back of the net. The fourth man on Abos is coming through, or no, what is it? Lethal Shootas. Lethal Shootas is coming in clutch right now.
Yeah, it looks like the goal just like shrunk as Ricky the Fury getting another save there. Oh my goodness, but yeah, it just looks like the goal just like quote unquote shrunk, because I mean they've just been hitting post, crossbar, post, crossbar. and they were just not getting a break from that defender, which is insane to think, as the defender has been there the entire time and hasn't moved. So crazy to think that the post has so much aura emitting from it, as Lothiki tried to get a pass over towards the mid side, but not able to get it quite past. Crazy Ike still on this, but with no boost, getting the 50 off. But Warrior getting a nice save as Ricky Lefure getting the 50 up, maybe able to get a nice little aerial shot going, but it was a little slow. Crazy Ike putting it over towards the corner, grabbing the boost. Is he able to get another touch? No, Warrior getting a soft touch, but a little bit too soft, as it doesn't really do much for this Lethal Shooters team.
Ball is gonna go up here. ABOS, they've been bringing in the hype. We'll see if they can continue that, because Lethal Shooters, they're hanging on for dear life right now. This is their LAN qualification match. ABOS now only one game away from progressing to LAN here in the winner's bracket. Would be absolutely insane to see if they can do just that here, as Warrior trying to get scoring started here. Gets a good 50. Ball gonna go off this blue backboard. Ricky Lefure playing patient as ever. Gonna lob a shot on net. Ricky Lefure needs to make a touch. He does. A little bit awkward though for Crazy Ike. Ball's gonna still be up. Ricky Lefure goes up for it on low boost. Nothing gonna come from that one. Lil Thicky, it's a great 50. Can he find a corner read here? Barely off the mark. And Lil Ricky Lefure with a fantastic save. The defense on the side of Lethal Shooters needs to be studied.
Dude, what is going on with Ricky? He has so many saves. I need to look at the stats on how many saves he has per game, because just from these past 2 games alone, it's already an insane amount. Because it's at least 8, which is just like 8 in 2 games is crazy. But a minute left here. It's still a tie game, 0-0, as Lethal Shooters are getting a nice opportunity, as Crazy Ike not able to get the defensive touch, and Duck getting it barely around him and giving them the edge on this game 6, trying to keep it alive.
Lovely little play there. 50 seconds to go. Lethal Shooters have been showing out some more pressure in the past couple of games before we sent it to a timeout in game number 5. I don't know if anybody kind of caught it, but Lethal Shooters actually had, I believe 7 shots total compared to their like 2 on average that they were getting in the previous games. So Lethal Shooters definitely kind of stepping up their aggression on this blue half, and it's definitely going to be playing off. They're finally starting to find some offensive pressure here. A little bit of awkward rotations on the side of ABOS. 30 seconds to go. ABOS need a goal here. I can only imagine that the nerves are starting to come out from both these teams, but I don't think it's affecting Duck, as he gets his 2nd goal now of game number 6.
I'm putting the team in the back of this game, as giving them that a little bit of a comfortable lead. But the nice little quote, this is Rocket League and anything can happen in these 20 seconds. As Lothiki trying to get the offense going, as a Warrior is still cutting it off, slowing down the time as it's floating over towards their half, and he's just wasting so much. They're not going to be able to get a shot off in these next few seconds. And AVOS down 2 and losing this game 6 as we're going on to game 7 after Lethal Shooters victory.
Man, oh man, you predicted it perfectly. We are going to a game 7, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it on over.
I'm too good.
To the fabled field here, Champions Field. And we're gonna get this game number 7 underway.
Haven't we been on Champions Field?
Nah, bro, this is DFH, brother. This is
DFH?
Yeah, bro.
What?
I always have it on DFH. Some leagues kind of have like a map rotation. I ain't worried too much about that, but usually if we go to game 7 in playoffs, I'll send it over to Champions Field. But this is where it all comes down, though. Your prediction has been holding true so far. And so you said right. ABOS. You said that was your prediction here in game 7. So we'll see if yours can ring true. But for both of these teams, this is what's going to send them to LAN. One singular game of Rocket League separating both of these guys from being able to sit up on stage in front of a live crowd and do what they have been doing most here. This game number 7 is going to be an absolute I don't even know what to call it here, Chalupa. I was gonna say
Absolute banger!
a banger. I was gonna say a swear word, but listen. Game number 7 getting underway here. Abos and Lethal Shootas. Let's see what happens.
Floating over on the backboard. Crazy Ike getting the touch off, but Duck getting a nice pass over to Ricky LaFury. Ricky LaFury getting the shot off, but a triple commit coming from the Abos side, but the save nonetheless. As Lil Thicky not having enough boost to do much, but it's still floating over towards him. Is he able to get a pass? Not the best one. And look at LaFury not getting the touch, but Warrior bailing him out as it's back over towards the right side of the Lethal Shooter's side. Duck needs to get a touch, but it goes back to Truffle's hands, and Ricky's still there. The defensive man himself. A little bit of opposite of what we've been seeing in the stats. Coming from the Lethal Shooter side, Lil Thicky is on there. Crazy Ike getting the shot past Ricky. And Crazy Ike giving the lead to Abos in this first minute of the game.
What a play there from Lil Thicky. Sets that up completely. And I'm going to call that a dookie right there. Crazy Ike finds a great 50 on the head of Lethal Shootas and Abos in 49 short seconds. Strike first. That's a fantastic shot there. So many storylines on this pitch right now. You got Lil Thicky trying to run it back. Back-to-back seasons here. Crazy Ike. So many shots here, but the defense from Lethal Shootas holding strong. So many storylines. Like I said, Lil Thicky trying to get 2 back-to-back championships. You have Warrior trying to get redemption after last season, not having the best season at all. You got, I believe, Ricky LaFury trying to get his first LAN appearance. So many great storylines here. One game here. 3 minutes going to be separating these guys. Abos have the lead so far. See if Lethal Shootas can answer back.
Crazy Ike not getting the best touch as it's floating over towards Lil Thicky. Ricky almost getting the monster dookie for his team, but just a little bit off. Truffles with a save over towards the Lil Thicky. Is he able to get a nice touch going? Not getting the pass, but Ricky LaFury is cutting him off, popping it around 1, maybe popping it around 2, but Truffles is still there on top of the boost. Might be able to get it around the entire defense as he gets bumped and hits it around 1. Gets the 50 off of Duck. Maybe on the right side, Lil Thicky not getting the shot off. Is Ricky getting the dunk? Is that on? No. Just a little bit off of the side. Crazy Ike not getting the touches. Warrior passing it off of the backboard. Crazy Ike getting the much needed touch for this team as it's going over towards Warrior. Maybe getting an offense going a pinch over back towards the Lethal Shooter side. But Duck redirected by accident. Oh no, that's the second own goal coming from Duck. No. Oh, and Truffles with the BM again.
Of course, it's Truffles once again.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, oh man. You hate to see it. Yeah. No, man. Oh boy. That's another own goal on the side of Lethal Shootas. You know, Duck's trying to make a save attempt there, just barely gets on the wrong side of the ball. Abos now in a maybe not so comfortable, I guess, but a 2-goal lead nonetheless. Warrior can't find the touch here. Lethal Shootas, this is where champions are literally made, from these moments right here. You need to be able to rebound and try and lock in for these last 2 minutes. 2 goals is completely doable as long as they can play at their best here. Duck trying to find a clear out, but Warrior, an unfortunate time at an unfortunate place there. Another double commit might allow Duck to try and get an answer back, as he's going to put this towards the back wall. Going to maybe try and find one more pass here. Warrior on low boost, going to pop this up high, but Truffles handles it well.
Yeah, back over towards Ike, not getting the touch as it's back over towards Warrior, but Lil Thicky is cutting it off. Ricky LaFury not getting it past him as Duck, the low man back, trying to get it around as he's not getting the touch off of the defense, but Ricky bailing him out. Truffles on this. Is he able to get the read? Come on! Oh, he almost had the angle. That was a little bit too tight as he had to go basically straight down to get the shot off. Duck is getting 15 by Truffles. Truffles! Oh my goodness, what are you doing to Duck, man? He didn't do anything to you.
This Truffles Duck rivalry might be one to go down in history. Holy cow! What an absolute banger of a game number 7 here. Abos completely showing out with a 3-goal lead now. with a minute to go. Lethal Shootas gonna be trying to cling on here, but Crazy Ike's gonna add on. And I think that could potentially be the dagger there. Looks like Lethal Shootas are completely deflated. Nothing left in the tank here.
That mental is running a little low right now. They need some sort of miracle to happen in this game 7 to be able to stay within the winner's bracket and might be able to keep it going into land. But 1 minute remaining as Truffle's getting the save barely off of the shot. Oh my god, that was a little bit too close for them. As it's back over towards Crazy Ike. Crazy Ike getting another shot off. No, Warrior cutting him off. Crazy Ike passing it over towards Lil Thicky, but Lil Thicky's not having enough boost off of the wall. Might be able to pop it around, but still no boost in sight coming from him as Doug. There's just a lot of boostlessness happening. 30 seconds remaining. It's looking so much more dreary for Lethal Shooters as I think Abos does have them in this game 7. What a game from Abos. Offensively and defensively, they were just playing super well this game.
No, they really were. You got to give shoutouts to Abos. It kind of feels like they just wanted it more, right? They came out with, you know, fires ablazing here in game number 7 right out of the bat. Felt like they just had the momentum, and they're going to come out on top as a result of that. And Abos going to be progressing to land, the 2nd Division D team to be doing so. They're going to be finding themselves up against Demo Demons for one of the first matchups here on land for Division D. Lethal Shootas do have another chance, though. They do have another chance. They're going to be sent down. They're going to face the winner of the series that we're going to see next. So, huge series. Chalupa, you get your prediction perfectly right. Game 7, nope. Abos wins. So, shout out to you for getting that right. And for everybody else in the chat, hopefully some people got some money here. I'll go ahead and pay those out before we hop into a winner's interview. But man, Chalupa, seriously, what a fun series that we just got to witness.
Oh, that was... I did not expect it to go that way, like so back and forth between these two teams. Obviously, I think we had 3 shutout games, 2 of them coming from Abos. I mean, both of these teams, when they were playing good, they were playing really good. But Abos just wanted it just that little bit more, hanging on. Oh my goodness. And they were able to get the dub and basically put in a statement that, I mean, even though Lethal Shooters had the higher winning percentage, and statistically this should have been the ones winning, they were like, hey, we still got a chance to be able to win this whole thing.
No, they really do. I'm trying to work my way because they're in like a VC that's like at the top of the list here. I'm dragging into the waiting room. And so
you're like
now,
step by step.
Yeah. So now, okay, we're gonna go ahead and get these guys in. None of their cameras are working, so I don't know what's going on there. But we're gonna go ahead and get these guys in for a quick winners interview. And man, oh man, welcome to the desk here. A fantastic game number 7 win for the Abos guys. That was a blast of a series. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it to the captain, Lil Thicky here. Run me through the emotions you're feeling right now, having punched your ticket to LAN officially.
Shout out BO6. No, I'm kidding. I feel great. I feel great. This is wow. That was such a game, but man, I'm so shaken by that game. But, oh wow.
I was gonna say, Lil Thicky, you're kind of proving to be a kind of a storied member of Dcrl now after your championship run last semester. You now punch your ticket to LAN once again. There aren't many players that have punched their ticket to LAN twice, maybe even once in Dcrl history, and you've done it already. So it seems like you're formulating yourself a fantastic little career here in the Dcrl community. So shout out to you for doing that. I'm gonna toss it over to Crazy Ike now. Not the best season last season in your rookie season, but now you land yourself on this Abos team. Tell me what it's been like and how good has it felt to find some success here in your 2nd season?
You know, it's been a change since last season, you know. This, you know, after like one season last season, I played in 3s. I kind of like figured it out on this team. and built some chemistry with these guys. So it's been pretty good this season.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Well, I'll toss it to you, Bean. You got any questions for these boys?
Yeah, I'll toss it over to Truffles. Obviously that game 6 didn't go your guys' way. But you guys definitely held your own in that game 7. What was that like change of mindset? Obviously you guys are feeling really good, so there was something behind the scenes going on.
But
Is that a question? Like, how?
Yeah, well, like, yeah. So going for game 6, like, obviously it wasn't going your way. How was that like mentality change going into game 7, and for you guys to be able to go into that with the 4-0 like shutout?
I don't know. Honestly, I think we locked in after they started taking breaks after games. Like, it kind of just like held us together as a team, you know, when they were just taking forever. Really locked us in. I don't know. We knew we couldn't lose. Yeah. So we just locked in. I don't know.
Hey man, I feel that. I got one final question because we're a little bit behind schedule, and so I want to ask you one more question. Truffles, what do you got against Duck, my bro? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, I just muted my mic
For
on
my
accident.
POV, he had a decent like redirect into his own net, bro. Like, I'd be happy if I hit that shot low key on our own net.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was like a couple of like own goals. You're saying thanks to him, and then you're just like at the end there, it's just you just dookied right in his mouth. It was just a fantastic shot, and we were just like, Truffles is just owning this guy. This rivalry might be something that we can pay attention to in the future, but it's just also just us kind of hyping something out of nothing. So, anyways,
Yeah. Something to talk about.
yeah. Anyways, guys, huge congrats to you. I would love to talk more, but I gotta get stuff going here for the next series. Huge congrats. You guys punch your ticket to LAN, and I'll be excited to see you guys on May 3rd and May 4th, I believe, in Grand Forks for LAN. It's gonna be a lot of fun to see you guys there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Have a good
thank
night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for the first series on the night. It was a fantastic game number 7 between Lethal Shootas and Abos. Abos do take it, progress, and punch their ticket to LAN. And man, it's gonna be fun to see those guys make it on LAN again. Lil Thicky trying to get his run back. We're gonna see if he can hold true to it. But this team looking pretty good. You gotta give a shout out to Lethal Shootas though. They kept it close. Couple, you know, very enraging games, right? So to be able to bring it to game 7, potentially when they weren't even playing at their best, definitely is you know, deserves credit on its own. So you got to give a shout out to Lethal Shootas. They do have one more chance, and they are going to be going up against the winner of this next series, which now has popped up on screen. Blitz versus 2 Jits, 1 Unk. Is going to be on stream next. But before we get to that, we do have a quick intermission. Bean, thank you so much for hopping on the desk with me. It's always a blast casting with you, my dude.
Bam bam bow beat the bow 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 wow wow wee wow. Boom.
There we go. You heard it there, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I appreciate the support. Viewer count out of the roof. So many subs. Couldn't do it without all of your guys' support. So please stick around for 10 short minutes as we segue over to our second series of the night. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second series on the night. A matchup between Blitz and 2 Jits, 1 Unk. Gonna be one for the books for sure. I'm joined on the desk by my favorite caster of all time, Mitch. How you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Whirl?
Oh,
You did pretty well there.
oh, I'm doing so good, Mitch. Doing so good. Especially after our conversations before this. If only everybody on this stream was able to hear that conversation. But I'll let you guys use your imagination on that one. But let's go ahead. We're a little bit behind schedule, so we are gonna go right into this one. Once again, I'll bring up the bracket here in Division D. This one is gonna be match I. It is going to be Blitz versus 2 Jits 1 Unk. 2 Jits 1 Unk coming off of a 4-0 win on match G against Elite Egoists after unfortunately falling down to that point after losing in Game 7 to Rocket Rangers, which was an insane match to say the least. And then Blitz winning their matchup in their play-in against Singularity, and then losing to the team that just lost to Abos, Lethal Shootas, who they might have to face again if they do defeat 2 Jits 1 Unk here tonight. But all that aside, let's go ahead, and I forgot to send you the little stat sheets here, Mitch. So let me...
It's fine, I can pull up.
I was just gonna say, if you could just pull up the stream or something, or do something,
I gotcha.
You should be able to be good. But I'll talk about 2 Jits 1 Unk first here. And they were 5-4 on the regular season, captained by Chemic19, joined by Porter the Great and Hip Dusty. All 3 of these guys have been having a great season so far. They've been having a great season together all around. Chemic popping off at 1 goal per game. Porter the Great at 0.53, shooting lights out, and Chemic also shooting lights out at 40%, and then Hip Dusty kind of rounding this team off at 0.34 goals per game. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it over to you, Mitch, and I'll let you talk a little bit about this team Blitz.
Sure thing. We got Cam King, Jank, and Doshi here. Cam King definitely the captain here with 0.94 goals a game, really outshining his two teammates here. Doing a great job overall. Very even stats throughout, I would say, though. Assists pretty even. Stays really actually out there for Jank and Doshi. Really playing the second and third man pretty well there. You can see KM first man, Jank third man, Doshi second man. All doing their roles pretty well, looks like. I mean, I would say that the only thing I would kind of notice here is a really good shooting percentage from Cam King at 31%. Off 3 shots a game is actually really good.
No, it really is. I've said this before on previous series. KM King has been one of the MVPs of Division D so far. He's individually he's been playing out of his mind. Especially sitting close up to that goals per game, that 1.0 mark. It's just kind of how he's been able to kind of formulate around its Jank and Doshi. I predicted this Blitz team to be really, really good, and I've seen them play at their peak, and they've been very, very dominant. But I'm not going to yap too much here, Mitch. What is going to be your prediction on this matchup here tonight?
I do think that 2 Jits 1 Unk take it. I would say Game 6. I think it's going to be pretty close to fair, and then 2 Jits 1 Unk just take it away.
Okay. What'd you say, Game 6 for 2 Jits 1 Unk?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. I would love to back my boy Chemic, I really would, but you know how I roll here on the channel. I can never agree with my co-caster, so I'm gonna go and back my boys Blitz. I've talked a lot about them on like the draft streams and stuff like that. I predicted this team to be very good. I've seen them play very good, and I hopefully they can show up when it matters most, because one of these teams is going to be going home. This is an elimination match, as after we kind of looked at the bracket there. So again, hopefully they can kind of play when it matters most. I'm gonna say Blitz is gonna take this one in 6 games. I'm gonna say that's gonna be my my prediction here tonight. But for those of you in the chat, there is some predictions going, and it looks like there's a lot of points on the line. 137,000 points on 2 Jits 1 Unk and 30,000 for Blitz. So you have a little bit longer, just a few seconds, if you want to try and put some boost on the line to try and snag this one away. But we are gearing up to get right into this one, as we are a little bit behind schedule. So hopefully all these boys are ready to go. And man, oh man, am I as ready as ever. 2 Jits 1 Unk facing up against Blitz here. One of these teams is going to be going home tonight. We're going to find out very shortly who that's going to be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Porter the Great kind of passed it mid there for Jank. Oh, Jank is a great shot on net. Unfortunately, saved out there from Hip Dusty. Doshi should have some time, puts it mid there, right to the opponent. Unfortunately, right to Kemek. Kemek gonna try to take his time, get a flick going. Nothing gonna make of it though. Fortunately, Jank can be able to bang it back out to the blue half. This should be a semi-open net, but Hip Dusty is able to get there. No, he is not, as Cam King gets the first goal.
Yeah, that's just a fantastic goal there from the captain of this team. A great read from him. Hip Dusty tries to put a hand up, barely cannot get a piece of it, and Blitz off to a fantastic start right off the bat, 30 seconds in. And 2 Jets, 1 on, hopefully going to be able to battle back here. We're going to find out if they can, as Kemek trying to get something going here. And I thought maybe I had them on the wrong side here, but I think Kemek's car color is just kind of tripping me out here. Doshi trying to get something going here, denied by Hip Dusty. Kemek now going to continue on this ball, pops it for Hip Dusty, who not able to find a touch, but Blitz are all playing so defensive. Nobody able to get back to that one, and 2 Jits, 1 on, tie it up.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that you kind of have to have someone on that, but either way, Porter the Great able to get a great shot on net, just goes straight in, and they tie it up. Only a minute in, 2 goals down. This would be a good series.
It really will be. One thing I do know is that I think both these teams are a little bit mental reliant, I'll say. When things start to get tough, or when stuff starts to go wrong, these teams start to play a little bit different. But PTG coming in hot there, getting his scoring started there. A great play to get that one going. 2 Just 1 up by 1.
We are getting some stuff in the chat from Cam King that Jank is lagging. Hopefully that won't affect too much here. I'm hoping he can get that fixed underway. But either way, Kemek gonna take us up for an aerial. Might be going for a double tap on the backboard. Oh my god, Kemek. Great shot coming here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what, I mean, he's typing. I don't know if he wants to pause. I don't know what we want to do here, but all right, so we're gonna pause it. I leave. We're gonna pause this one. We're gonna send it back to the lobby. I have a feeling they're gonna want that goal back. So we're gonna have to try and figure that one out on the back end here. So let's go ahead and toss it back. I'll toss it back to our beautiful faces for the time being, as we try to get this one back here, and hopefully Jank can start to figure out some of his internet issues. But yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful shot by Kemek. We're gonna see what happens here, if we're gonna count that goal or not, but I'm gonna try and figure this out. Yeah, I think we have to take the 3-1. I don't know, that's a hard one there. We're gonna have to try and figure this out though. It was a good double, to say the least, so I don't know if anybody would have been able to save that anyways, right? So
it was a beautiful double, I will say that very well.
What do we think? Want to count it or nah? Would have been a hard save. But yeah, we're gonna try and kind of just sit here and figure this one out. We got a question in the chat from Conman. Who won Disoriented versus Lost Souls? I think that would be a Division C matchup. I'm pretty certain they played. Let's see. Let's see what I'm trying to pull up the spreadsheet here. I don't know if anybody in chat can help our man out here. I don't know a lot of these stuff off the top of my head. Division C, here we go. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Playoff bracket. Disoriented and Lost Souls, I don't think they've actually played yet. So I don't think they've actually played yet. So we'll see what happens here.
It could have also just not been reported yet as well.
Yeah, true. Do y'all know how to set this up?
One thing I will say about this game so far is Kemek's feeling hot, and that's not what you want to see. If you are on the blitz half here, so it's gonna get reset more than likely, but unfortunately they're still gonna have to deal with that hot Kemek coming up.
Yeah, no, they really do. Hopefully this is kind of gonna throw a wrench in it, right? So you know, this timeout hopefully is gonna ice him a little bit, but we'll see if they can figure it out.
I don't think you can ice Chemic.
Does that make sense? Blitz. So yeah, sorry for the lack of commentary here. I'm trying to actively kind of figure this out here, make sure all the teams. We're gonna have to kind of set this up. I think it's gonna be 3-1 with 3 minutes 50 seconds to go. So we're gonna have to kind of simulate that. So as always, during this type of stuff, we're gonna kind of watch the shenanigans happen. Hopefully everybody can follow instructions well. We're gonna find out who can do that. Yeah, let me hide this. And Chemic's missing an open net off the bat. There we go. So yeah, two Jits, one Unk.
Back. You might be ice.
2 Jits, 1 Unk are gonna score 3 times right off the bat here, and then we're gonna wait. Yeah, his ping is it still going crazy?
Oh yeah, it's 104 right now. It's going down, hopefully. Going down slowly.
Yeah, I guess we can try a different host, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. I mean, we got 2 different servers now, so I don't think it will.
Yeah, it should be just a server issue. It really shouldn't be the host issue.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be on his side. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, like, there's only so much we can do in this situation, right? When people are having...
It's unfortunate, but yeah, not much we as the casters or even like the server host really can do about it.
Right. We can try someone else host, but that will be the last thing we can do. Leave one more time. Chemic make her. Who should make the party here?
Do you mean to make it?
I'll have KM King do it, just so there's no doubt in anybody's mind here.
Oh, that's fair, actually. Or do you want to have Jank make it?
I think KM King already left, so we'll just have that one going.
Sounds good.
So yeah, a little bit of catastrophe here going off to start off this series. Internet issues are never fun. It's gonna be kind of boring here for everybody watching, so you guys are just gonna have to kind of hang with us here as we try to figure this one out. I'm assuming you got invited. I'm gonna make sure 2 Jits are blue. Team 1. At KM King. So yeah, hopefully this can kind of fix things, but if not, again, we'll just have to play through this or postpone. I don't want to I'm not even gonna say this. If anything, if problem persists.
Yeah, at this level, I think it'd be really hard to postpone this.
Yeah, no, it would. I mean, we only have what, like 5 days left, and we got 2 series to play. So no matter what, we ain't got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yep.
So again, we're gonna hop into this one, see if KM King hosting is gonna make a difference here. Hopefully it does, to say the least. But yeah,
he changed maps on you too.
Did he change the maps?
What is Champions Field?
Oh, we're on Champions Field preemptively.
Oh, his ping is still high. Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
It's better than before, but hopefully it's starting to dip down more.
Okay.
Oh nope, straight back up.
Blitz. Your goal right at 350. Wait it out. Is Chemic missing open nets again?
Yep. Dochi's having to score for him.
Oh man, love to see that. So yeah, if anybody's confused here, we're remaking it. So 2 Jits, 1 Unk are gonna get their 3 goals. And since we don't have like LAN or admin privileges, we kind of have to wait it out here a little bit. So 2Jits1Unk are going to get their third goal, and now we get to sit here and wait for a minute while Blitz get their goal. So hopefully they can try and fix some of these issues here. Very unfortunate on the side of Blitz, but again, we gotta play this match tonight because otherwise it would pretty much be a forfeit anyway. So just we'll wait it out.
It wouldn't be a Dcrl stream without a little bit of scuff.
That is very true. That is very true. So yeah, now we're just gonna get to put our hands up and watch the madness here. Out of curiosity, Mitch, have you gotten a chance to watch much Div D action this season or no?
Not a lot particularly. I usually try and watch as much as I can, but just schoolwork and everything, I just haven't had a chance to watch much. Seeing this though, I definitely should watch some more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Division D definitely provides some great entertainment. I won't lie, but yeah, like I said, 350 is what we'll play to. I already told the boys we got to kind of play around this one. Unfortunately, hopefully it's Jank can get some of his internet back.
His ping isn't spiking, so that's a good thing.
That is good. That is good.
And oh my god. Oh my god. My god. Thank you, Kamek. Thank you.
Oh man, that was funny. Oh my god, you just can't make that up.
I take everything back, man.
What do you mean? That is like peak entertainment right there, bro. Come on.
Okay. All right, here we go. 3:37 left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh man. I thought we were about to just...
Jank's playing better already.
Yeah. Man, you love to see it.
No. Oh no. Oh, team bump. Oh no, guy. And his ping. Oh, yep. Oh no.
Is it ping?
Yep.
Well, that was KM
I think
King
that was
and Doshi.
That was
so.
KM. I just see his ping spiking again. So I think he's just gonna have to work around that, unfortunately.
Yep. Let's see. I'll check it one more time. Okay, on my screen, it's not looking bad right now, but something's going on with Jank. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of Blitz. Hopefully, this isn't like completely one-sided and like a 2v3 the whole time.
No.
But it's kind of looking.
What a shot from Kamek.
It's kind of looking like it might be that way. Kamek with an insane aerial there from midfield slots that ball bar down. Doshi, no chance to save that one. 2Jits1Unk now up by 4 with 3 minutes left to go.
Oh no. Now both of KM King teammates are lagging. Might be a 1v3 at this point.
Yeah, what a way for your season to potentially end.
Shot!
Oh!
Let's go, KM! Good shot coming out from KM King.
Love to see that. Who was that? I think that was PTG trying to put a hand up there. Can't quite.
Yep.
Can't quite get a hand up. And yeah, there's a lot of time left for Blitz to make a comeback here. You hate to see 5-1 with like 3.5 minutes to go, but hey, at least that means, you know, looking at the bright side, that means you got a lot of time to try and come back here. We'll see if KM King can do just that here. He's trying to bring this ball into the blue half quarter. The great looks a little bit awkward here. KM King trying to get that ball midfield, but can't quite get it done here. Doshi, the last man back. It's a great touch around hip. Dusty, Kamek just getting absolutely abused right now. Oh! KM King had a chance, a window, but looks like 2Jits1Unk able to close the door.
Beautiful attempt there coming through there from the Blitz guys. Unfortunately not able to convert, but either way, they're showing great offense, and this is looking much better. So we see Kamek take the ball up the sidewall, gonna try for something, get absolutely beat out there by KM King. Great touch to come from hip. Dusty, send it up mid. Doshi gonna take a 50 with quarter. No one's kind of on that ball for the Blitz have. Someone's got to go, or else they're just going to leave Kamek alone on that ball, which you never want to do. You saw in that first game.
Yeah, you definitely don't. If you let Kamek run, he's going to go for clips, and he will hit them. So you got to be careful against that as he gets a great touch around one. KM King not able to make a touch of his own here. Jank, I believe, is probably lagging. I'm guessing.
Yep.
Very unfortunate. Again, there's just only so much you can do And I only have so much time on my night as well, so I don't know if I don't know what we want to do. It's like Jank's internet needs a reset or something here. Yeah, he's
coming through there?
Completely lagging there. I think he didn't even know he needed to go for kickoff, but we'll see what happens here. 2 Jits, 1 Unk. Very dominant so far, and yeah, you can see KM King trying to figure out when or if he needs to go for the ball, and you can see how confusing this might be for the side of Blitz.
Ooh, Doshi, all right. Nice play coming through for Doshi. At least the guys on Blitz are keeping this competitive. I'll give them that credit with all the hiccups they've had so far.
Yeah, no, especially when you got a guy basically 2v3ing. I mean, it's like getting 3 goals is definitely something, to say the least. I'm gonna give them one more chance to maybe, you know, since it's like an elimination match, I want to give them like everything they can.
Oh, no,
yeah,
Jank.
this is just very sad to see. So I'm gonna give Jank an opportunity to try and like reset his internet or something. I don't know if they're like roommates or something. I don't know exactly what's going on. Because KMK said something about getting his like roommate off the Wi-Fi, so I don't know exactly what it is. And yeah,
another goal from Kemik.
Yeah, there's another goal from Kemik. He is just stat padding. This is if you're 2 Jits 1 Unk right now, it's definitely like Deku or Deku Bop Dum Yum, you know, the Fortnite meme. It's like golden scar. It's like just stats galore for 2 Jits 1 Unk. I did notice that Yellow Dog saying that Port got scammed out of 2 goals earlier. Has he gotten them back yet?
Nope.
Unfortunate.
He should have been the one to take the shot. That's on him.
He should have been.
He had time.
If he cared, he should have been the one to get it. But
exactly.
Hey, y'all, listen. I'm just trying and fill in time right now because this is just an absolute 2v3. So you got to give me some credit here, guys. I'm trying to keep this thing alive. But yeah, I mean, it's just pretty hard to watch. You feel bad for Blitz. Hopefully, like I said, I'll give Jank one more opportunity to maybe reset the router or something here. So we'll probably go to another little break after this game number 1. Other than that, we're probably just gonna have to play it out and just kind of see what happens here. But a very scuffed start to this 2 Jits 1 Unk and Blitz matchup here. You'll take it if you're 2 Jits 1 Unk for sure, but we'll see what happens. But Jank reset. Yeah, okay. We'll take the timeout. Is he gonna reset?
Yeah, he's gonna take it.
Internet? Maybe. I'll give him a little time. Oh, he did. Alright.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Alright, so I guess we'll restart. I guess we'll sorry, I know you guys can't see the chats there, but I suggested restarting the internet. Sounds like he already tried doing that. Gonna try restarting the game one more time here, see what happens. But yeah, there's just no time to postpone. Unfortunately, we do not have time to postpone either. Boy. I feel bad. I really do. Yeah, for those of you that are part of DCRL, show your condolences for Blitz right now as they try to battle through the internet right now. I mean, that's so tragic. Hopefully they can kind of figure it out here. I'd hate to have Blitz's season end to something like this. Yeah, like genuinely like heartbreaking. I just feel bad because like I said, I know some of this stuff means a lot. So hopefully we can figure something out, but we will see. Yeah, I don't see a Jank on the stat line either. I see a Mountain Dew fridge though. Maybe he can come sub in for Jank.
Give a call real quick.
Oh man. Yeah, we got Kemik being a good sport in the chat right now, saying it sucks that it's happening right now. I think everybody, including everybody, even 2 Jits 1 Unk, wants just a good fair matchup here. So it's never fun to see something like this happen. But yeah, we're gonna try and figure it out. In the meantime, maybe I can throw up some. I'll throw up the bracket, I guess. Screw it. Talk a little bit about that. So yeah, the winner of this will progress to match M, who's gonna go on to now face on Lethal Shootas, who just lost before this, if you do remember that. So we'll see how that one goes. Cosmic redeemed something. Give me a compliment. Cosmic, your compliment is you've been a big part of keeping the Dcrl production alive. Been looking pretty bleak here. We've had a lot of new faces and a lot of new people kind of step into different shoes that have been filled by people previously that have either graduated and don't want to stick around like me, or just kind of lost interest, right? So Cosmic, you've been a huge help streaming and stuff like that. So yeah, huge appreciation to you keeping things alive. So there's your and you do a great job at that too. There you go. So, what's the rank though? I don't even know what that is, Silk. So send. I think we're ready to go. So I think we got enough time. I don't think we got enough time to do some shenanigans such as that. But we'll see. Jank restarted his game. He already restarted his internet, so I kind of doubt this is gonna make a difference. But we're gonna jump back into this one. We're gonna keep the game win there for 2 Jits 1 Unk. But it looks like we're ready to go. Game number 2 gonna be getting underway. Hoping for everybody's sake here that Jank's internet kind of coming back here. Maybe a little bit more competitive of a game number 2.
Shots coming through there, and that's gonna be a goal for him, Dusty, off the bat. 2 Jits 1 Unk just keeping that pressure from last game, unfortunately, for the blitz half.
Yeah, I'm taking a peek. Everybody saw it there at the leaderboard, and yeah, it looks like Jank is still lagging. Catastrophe on the side of Blitz. We'll see if they can get anything going here. Chemic trying to make something happen on the sidewall. Camkin gonna pop this one up here. Gets a good first touch. Hip Dusty needs to make a save, and he does. It's Jank. Looks like he has enough connection to make at least a touch here. He's gonna bounce this out midfield. Doshi finds a good 50 here. Camkin gonna be up for this one, but looks like Chemic gets a great beat there, way up in the air. Jank trying to get a flick over one. Doshi's gonna need to come flying in, makes a great save. And we've got some good rotations, at least for now. I'm gonna try and not jinx it, but looks like Jank at least has enough internet to rotate and be a part of the play.
Most definitely. He's playing pretty well right now, I will say that. Hopefully, once again, doesn't jinx anything. Hopefully he stays this way. But either way, ball gets sent back to the orange half. Chemic gonna get a shot on net. Great save that comes from Doshi. Sends it out to the port of the great. Who unfortunately misses it also with Cam King. Cam King goes right underneath the ball. Hip Dusty sends it right back to the orange half. Jank gonna have to get a save here. Gets a great touch out past Chemic. Port of the Great's just gonna try and collect this ball and probably try and get it back in the orange half. Not really able to do much with it. We see Doshi put it mid, try and go for the demo. Cam King is not able to get the shot on net and gets demoed for his effort, so it's even worse. Jank gonna be able to go high for it. Gets beat out by Port of the Great there. Doshi gonna try and send this mid. Unfortunately, awkward there coming through there for 2 Jits 1 Unk, but either way it was saved out there as Hip Dusty could try and send this back to the orange half.
Yeah, Port of the Great. Looks like we actually have some Rocket League on our hands, which is, great to see at the very least. Jank, a little bit awkward in the corner here, trying to control this ball. Gets a decent touch, but net by Chemic, and Cam King needs to make a touch here. Can't find it. Doshi's the last man back. Chemic had a wide open net. Can't find it, but there we go. PTG right in front of the net in the paint. Gets the job done there. A little side flip over all the defenders, and 2 Jits 1 Unk up by 2 now.
There's Port of the Great's much deserved goal from last game. He needed it very badly.
He did indeed. I mean, got a couple goals swiped away from him, but as of right now, we don't actually track any of the stats from playoffs. So technically, it doesn't actually matter, other than just flexing in the game reporting section there. But Chemic finds yet another opening. Hip Dusty with a huge booming clear. Jank not able to make a touch on low boost. Cam King kind of just in open space there, can't make a play. 2 Jits 1 Unk dominant here, but I'm not going to say it's complete. Maybe not a result of lag this time. I think Jank is at least around enough to make kind of at least some plays here. Looks like he's a little bit more coherent, at least, right?
He's playing better. He's playing definitely better. I'll definitely say that. But either way, Blitz still need to get off their own defensive half, and Cam King gonna try this here. Gets a flick over one. Oh no! Porter the Great misses it, but unfortunately Cam King goes over it. That is very unfortunate. Doshi gonna send it right back to the orange half. Gonna try and probably put it mid here for one of his teammates. Gets absolutely destroyed there by Porter the Great. He sends it back out. Jank gets also beat there. Cam King just gonna collect. Gets bumped for his effort. Hip Dusty should be able to be there for a beat. He is. Puts it mid. Can he get the shot on net? Chemic is there, and another goal for Chemic.
Man, oh man. I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like this game too is a lot more of like 2Jits1Unk just kind of outpacing. I mean, there could be some lag in play for sure on the side of Doshi or it's Jank, not allowing them to get to these balls sooner. But it kind of feels like it's at least a little bit more coherent, and there's at least some competition happening here. 2Jits1Unk though just really kind of outplaying all these guys right now. Chemic, as we've seen him go for so many times before, going for these crazy aerials and plays that I think a lot of these Division D guys just aren't really ready for. His training arc has been insane, to say the very least. We'll see if anything can come from this. His Hip Dusty almost own goals there. Blitz trying to desperately find a goal here in game number 2, but a minute and 40 to go. They have yet to do so yet.
Definitely. Doshi gets beat out there by Jank. Good thing for Jank, just sends it right back to the blue half. Hip Dusty sends it straight back up. Did somebody get there from the Blitz half? Unfortunately not. Once again, not really a first man coming through there for Blitz. Kind of 2 second men and a third man there. So they really need to get somebody on this offensive half to get a goal. You see Cam King put it mid. Probably going to try and pass to one of his teammates. Unfortunately, neither one of them there to receive. Jank goes over. It's just Doshi left, and Cam King is able to get there in time. Good thing for Doshi. Chemic is able to send it off the backboard. Doshi sends it right back mid. Right past Porter the Great. It's Cam King versus Hip Dusty. Hip Dusty is able to get there in time. Great save coming through for Hip Dusty. Another shot coming through there for Jank. Another great save coming through for It's Porter. Or Porter the Great, I should say.
It's Porter.
Combine some names.
Yeah, no, there's been some chances for Blitz too. There's been some, I think there's that chance I'm thinking of earlier from Cam King that had a chance there. I don't know what the story was there, but definitely could have found a goal. Maybe even another one from maybe another member of Blitz. I can't exactly remember, but there's been chances, to say the least, on the side of Blitz. You can't completely, in my opinion, write it off all due to lag here in game number 2 on this one at least. You could see it blatantly in game number 1, but this one kind of seems a little bit more kind of just like trying to get back in the groove, not exactly finding it yet. 12 seconds to go. 2Jits1Unk up by 4 goals. It's going to be pretty much impossible as the clock is rolling down here. 2Jits1Unk, after a very easy game number 1 win, gonna take this game number 2 in stride. We'll see if they can continue this dominance going into game 3. But it does look like Blitz have a little bit of life here. Hopefully they can start to find their footing in the series.
Most definitely. Like you said, it really didn't feel like it was down to lag that game. It really felt like 2Jits1Unk were just better, really. It felt like the side of Blitz just didn't have a shooter who could actually shoot the ball when they needed to. So that's really what they had lacking that game, for me at least. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna have you take over casting for a sec. I'm getting a call, so I'll be right back. I'll let you know when I'm back. Sounds good. It's Cam King gonna collect the ball, try and get it up mid, beats out Porter the Great. Chemic gonna collect, put it back mid. Cam King gonna be able to put it back to the blue half. Once again, this is what you need to see. Some good solid touches coming through there for the Blitz half. You see Porter the Great just beat out Cam King there, puts it back backboard. Is someone up for 2Jits1Unk? This would be a Chemical if I've ever seen one. Unfortunately, he is not there. Chemic with full boost just to be able to collect the ball, send it off the side wall. Doshi should be able to send it high. He is able to get a very good clear from the blue half there. Thanks, Brian. It's Jank, unfortunately, getting the miss there. Chemic gonna try and collect there, send it out mid. Oh, unfortunately, Cam King is just there. Goes for the demo, but once again, not really a first man coming through there for the orange half. That's what they're really lacking right now, is any competent person who can actually just get a shot on net. And now we're seeing the repercussions of that. Is Chemic gonna, get a flick? Unfortunately, just sends it right to Jank. Excuse me. Have Dusty gonna try and collect it, put it back mid. Gets it over one, gets a shot, and that's an own goal coming through there for Doshi. That is really, really not what you want to see if you're a Blitz fan here. Similar to myself, I have put some boost on Blitz, so this is really not what I want to see in the slightest. It really hurts to see this. Goal coming through there, minute in. Should hopefully be a more competitive series than before, I would say. Sends it high, Doshi gonna be able to collect. Oh, Dusty gonna be able to take this ball. Kemet gonna take it from him, gets a good 50 with Isjank. Porter the Great, last man back. He gets demoed for his trouble. This should lead to a blitz goal. It will. As we see Doshi get a slot, and once again, that's really good because it's been about 6.5 minutes or so since we've seen a blitz goal. So they need to get on this board, and this is a great start to that.
I'm here. I'm back.
Thank you.
Thank you for stepping in there. Yeah, my girlfriend just got home, and I wasn't really expecting that. So hopefully this series can be a quick one. But yeah, game number 3 looks like Blitz maybe finding a little bit of a footing here. Was there a leg goal? Kind of heard you talking about that on the way back.
No, it was just a good beat. It was a good beat out there.
Oh,
Double
okay.
commit coming through for 2 just 1 unk, and a demo coming through there on its port or Porter the Great. Oh my God.
It's Porter.
I can't talk today. Holy.
Yeah, I guess so. What I am seeing is looks like Blitz starting to go for some demos and disruptions, which is you know, definitely a good sight to see. Hopefully that can start to fuel some offensive drives. It's Cam King awkwardly kind of backflips on that one. Doshi puts this one over to the right side. Again, Cam King a little bit awkward. Maybe a chance here for 2 just 1 on. Can't quite find it though. Ball gonna go up high. Or the Great laying on the pressure. It's Jank almost own goals, but Doshi's able to save the day.
Doshi able to save that one instead of scoring the other one.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Oh, shot coming through there. Great save for Instinct, and a better save coming through there for Doshi. Good defense coming through here for Blitz, really, as it gets sent back mid. Porter the Great should be able to collect this, sends it high. Another demo coming through there from Instinct onto Kemek. Oh, just off the crossbar for Porter the Great. Gets beat up by Dusty, and that will be another goal for the 2 just 1 unk side.
Yeah, what happened here? Maybe a little bit of was it a team bunk? Oh, yeah, Doshi just kind of creeping up a little bit. I don't think he was expecting that ball to go right over KM King like that, right? So, very unfortunate there, but 2 just 1 unk. That's a great challenge from them to be able to get on this one. This might be just another kickoff goal, and yet it will be. Porter the Great, PTG, able to strike. That's a great play there from him to get the scoring back in play here. 2-goal lead now for 2 just 1 unk.
It's really unfortunate because, like I said, Blitz were looking really good in the first half, but the second that goal came in over Doshi's head, it really just kind of fell off there. But once again, they have enough time. They can, if any team can do this, it would be Blitz, honestly.
Yeah, no.
The KM King sends it up to Jank. Oh, good.
I don't know exactly what's going on here. I think I saw like 2 people. Oh, Chemic's game crashed. Oh
my God.
Why? Oh man, this is just awesome.
Either way, great goal for Doshi there.
So what was the score here? Is like
3-2 to 11 left. I don't know if we want to count that last one or not.
I mean, we kind of counted the last one, so
yeah.
So probably have to count that one too.
Oh.
Kinda the same deal as before. Why are we leaving the party? Oh, it's Kemek. Oh.
Should be Kemek, I believe. Oh, he's still in here.
Are we joining Kemek's party?
Is Kemek inviting you? He's not inviting me.
They must be joining a party. Let's see.
I think this party might be messed up as well. I had to guess.
Yeah, I'm in a new one here. Hold on, let me get you in it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
3-2, 2-11 left. Kind of the same deal as before.
Yeah.
Make sure to jits. Oh, okay, cool. I'm party lead. Nice. Okay, I'll get this one going. Sorry for the lack of energy here. This has just been trying to keep things going here.
I mean, we are an hour past schedule with only 2 games down. So.
Yeah, we are. This has been a long night. It's kind of hard when stuff like this happens, but we're trying our best out here, trying to keep things going. mostly just kind of sad for Blitz, right? Hopefully it's not a season-ending, you know, lag fest here. Hey, I just hate stuff like that. Kind of have your whole season kind of lead up to this. So we'll try and figure this one out. So 2 Jits, score 3 right away. Blitz, score 1 after, score last goal right at 2:11. So yeah, we'll just kind of sit here and chill. Kind of going to be a little bit of a reset for everybody here, myself included, and everybody watching, I'm sure. Man, oh man.
Yeah, the one thing to take away from the last game, at least, is Jank looks like he's got most of his internet figured out. That is true. Hopefully, his ping isn't spiking that much, so hopefully he's got the internet figured out, and we can actually have a decently competitive series.
Knock on wood. Yeah, I mean, hopefully,
yep, very.
Hopefully that can continue to be the case. But yeah, so we're gonna have to kind of set this one up here again. But probably be faster just to do this than just to kind of play out the whole game. But yeah, we'll just chill here, kind of watch the madness happen as 2 Jits 1 Unk are unable to score an open net with 0 players. You can see Porter the Great trying to get a goal, but Chemic is completely taking that one away.
The captain of this team really wants his goal.
Yeah, he needs to pad his stats where he can, right? But,
yes, sir.
So yeah, we'll just try and keep things going here. Blitz will score 1 here, and then we'll wait a couple minutes for Blitz here. At least Doshi can hit an open net. Yeah. Love to see it, but yeah. So now we get to sit here and wait, see the shenanigans. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine how you're feeling as a player, but even as a caster, I'm just kind of feeling deflated. Like it's just.
This is why you don't take the 10:30 World game.
Well, yeah, and then there's gonna be a little bit of a shout out. There's gonna be a 1 a.m. stream happening. I can't remember who's doing it. Is it Cosmic? Are you doing that one?
I think it's Tyler.
Well, who's stream? I'm just trying to think of who's like the casters are streaming it. Cosmic and I think Coop are gonna be the ones casting it, and then yeah, it'll be a Div C matchup. Tyler with silver leveling, and then can't remember who he's going up against, but oh, it's gonna be Omega. Yeah, that's right. Omega's gonna be streaming that one. But
ooh, that'd be a good one.
But yeah, it'll be a fun one. It's been a struggle during playoffs for scheduling. I will say that a lot of teams, especially teams that are kind of go on vacation for like Easter and stuff like that, it's been a pretty big struggle for a lot of teams. So we're going to be looking to make some changes, kind of a, you know, to some of the formatting and to make it a little bit easier for scheduling and stuff like that, especially come playoffs time. Because in the spring, there's Easter, and then in the fall there's Thanksgiving that kind of line up right during playoffs. So it's kind of tough to find games, but we'll figure it out. Just as we'll figure out this series, hopefully. But kind of lengthy timeouts here for both teams. You can see Porter the Great getting absolutely mounted on our screen right now.
I think this is to NSFW for Twitch TOS, honestly.
Yeah, this might be NSFW, but
oh no. It's about 20 seconds left. We'll see if Doji can land this shot. Him Dusty really trying to make it difficult for him.
Yeah, this is fun. This is Rocket League, right? This is right.
Oh.
I don't think you guys can see that in the chat, thankfully. I have the cams up.
There we go. That's how you score. That's good. Okay.
There you go. All right, 2:11 on the clock. Blitz get their second. Hopefully, we can just finish off this series for the rest of the night here. But looks like we're back in action. Kickoff going to be happening And we are back in action. 2 Jits and 1 Unk versus Blitz. Game number 3. Getting off here. It's Chemic trying to get this ball going. It looks like these players have kind of cooled off a little bit. Cam gonna lob a shot on net, but Hip Dusty has a pretty easy save here. This Jank gonna try and maybe find a shot here. Doshi pops this one up high. Looking for a demo. Almost finds Chemic as well, but he's able to dodge it and make a very needed save here. Minute 45 to go. 2 Jits, 1 Unk. Just need to hold on here. Maybe add another one here. Port of the Great comes flying in. And 2 Jits, 1 Unk up by 2.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Blitz, as Jank is unable to get there for the save, but great shot coming through for Port of the Great. Really been, whenever we've actually had gameplay, he's been really the MVP for this 2 Jits, 1 Unk side, in my opinion. He's not gone for the flashy stuff, but when he goes for it, it's been really good.
Yeah, that's one thing that, I even talked to him last time he was in a winner's interview, was his shooting. He almost gets another one there. But his shooting has been something that's kind of been a focus for him, I think. Because he gets a lot of these opportunities set up by his teammates Chemic and Hip Dusty, but there's a lot of them that he was just skyrocketing or sending out the post. So I know that's something that he's kind of been locking in on. It looks like his practice has been paying off in this series so far. You compare that with Chemic going for some of these air plays and stuff like that. I think this 2 Jits, 1 Unk team has a very solid chance, but it's a big save on a good shot from KM King. Minute left to go. 2 Jits, 1 Unk. Just gonna need to hold on.
Doshi trying to get a shot, unfortunately saved away from Chemic. Chemic gets a great 50-50. Just Cam King left, who's able to send it back to the blue half. It's Jank. They're going to try and probably get something out mid. Unfortunately, saved out there by Hip Dusty. Port of the Great with the miss. Shot coming through for Cam King. Unfortunately, off the crossbar again. It's been kind of the nuisance here for the Blitz half as well, other than Ping, of course.
Yeah, it really has been. It feels like Blitz have had opportunities, right? Set aside all the lag, all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot that does, like, mentally to you, right? Just trying to stay locked in and stuff like that. It's really hard to when you're dealing with those types of things. As Port of the Great finds a great 50 and a great beat around 1. And I think your point earlier about Port of the Great kind of being like the MVP in like the actual meat of the series, I would agree with that. He's been playing very good when it matters most. That's a 3-goal lead now for 2 Jits, 1 Unk as they look to progress to match point and threatening to end Blitz's season here. Not going to completely write it off. Blitz going to need something right here and right now. KM King, a little bit awkward here. Hopefully not going for the wrong side. And yeah, just can't get in front of behind the ball. And Chemic adds on another.
That also feels like just no comms there. Like no one's really calling out who's got the ball. That's if you're going to try and come back in this series, which I'm assuming Blitz want to do, you're going to have to talk more in that situation there. Yeah, no, it really was. It felt like KM King wanted to try and get a 50 on it. Thought maybe Doshi had a touch on it, just didn't find it. And yeah, KM King now going to go for maybe one last one here, showing some decent air control, not able to find it. And the clock is going to hit 0. And 2 Jits, 1 Unk. Going to progress now to match point. And this has been a rough day. Rough day for Blitz. They're going to need a miracle and a reverse sweep now to keep their season alive. Most definitely, most definitely. Once again, it's not looking bad for Blitz, really. They're like you said, they're getting chances. They just can't shoot them. They can't finish them, which is like, right. If you want to come back, you need to do something. You need to get some offensive pressure going.
Right, and it's so hard to do that when you're dealing with something like lag or something like that, right?
Yep.
It's 100%. So hard to stay mentally locked in. As I mentioned in that last series, the mental aspect of a team-based game like this is at least 50% of your game. Setting aside all your mechanics and skill sets and all that stuff, your mental is so big. And so, even if they aren't lagging anymore, just the fact that it was part of the thing, part of their problem and something that happened, it's an acquired skill. It genuinely is to kind of forget about that, have the memory of a goldfish and try and move on. It's so hard to do that. But we are now in game number 4. Hopefully they're able to do that because their season is on the line now. 1 game separating it, and 2 Jits, 1 Unk trying to punch their ticket to land as well. 2 series away here. This match won't do it, but the one after this one will, and Hip Dusty barely can't get back to that one. And Doshi able to get a goal here, and Blitz gonna find their first goal lead of the series.
Yeah, that's good. That's good coming here for blitz, at least he gets something. I can definitely see some people in chat saying how much they like KM King. So he's got some fans in chat. He definitely needs to kind of feed off that right now and push harder, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hopefully it can kind of be a little bit of a spark here. This is Jank, puts this ball into the blue half here. It's Jank maybe looking for an insane angle, can't quite find it. Hipdusty makes a save. Port of the Great gets a decent touch. Kemek makes it awkward for KM King, but looks like Doshi able to handle it well. Hipdusty gonna lob this one on net. KM King needs to make a save, and he does. Puts it over into his own half here. Gets a great 50 on his opposing captain of Kemek. He's gonna try and find one more. It's Jank a little bit too high up there to find a follow-up. Hipdusty had a chance, but KM King has a great demo on the back check.
Definitely. Kemek gonna try and put it mid here for Porter. Oh, unfortunately not able to shoot it very well on net. So this is gonna go right back to Jank, who's gonna send it mid. Gets absolutely beat out there by, I believe that was Porter. Sends it right back to KM King. He's kind of playing back and forth right now. Cam gets it over one. Sends it high. Is Doshi able to get there? He's not, as Kemek is able to beat him there. Good 50-50 coming through here. That might be on if Hipdusty's able to get there. Cam gonna try and go for 50. Oh, unfortunately not, as Kemek is able to just send it right back out to mid. Gonna try and get a pass going here, my guess would be, but Jank is just there to get the save as Hipdusty with a shot. Oh, once again, no first man there for either team to collect this ball.
Yeah, Tujutsu kind of struggling right now to find good quality shots. There's been a couple shots, but nothing really too dangerous here as this ball is floating very awkwardly. KM King looking for a shot, can't quite find it. Awkwardness kind of ensuing here. Kemek in his own corner. Can't get anything going here. Leaves it for his teammate Porter the Great. He's trying to control this one. Gets a good 50. It's just going to be Jank back here as he finds a great 50. He's going to try and read this off the corner or maybe get a pass midfield for his teammate. Porter the Great able to get a touch on it, but not a great one here as Kemek able to find an insane little dookie, little 50 there on the opposing captain of KM King. Tujutsu tie it up.
Yes, sir. That was great coming through for Kemek, and that's exactly what Tujutsu needed here to start the comeback realistically, as they put it 1-1 with only 2:18 left.
Yeah, no, it's a great comeback here as Tujutsu looking for a 4-0 sweep here. They would definitely take that, but I would have too if I was in their position. Porter the Great needs to make a save here. 2 minutes to go. Blitz kind of hanging on for dear life right now as this ball is floating midfield. Kemek with a great pop here. It's going to be hard for Jank to handle, but actually does a very good job at doing that. Porter the great touch midfield here. Hipdusty's lurking. Is he going to go for this one? Not going to have an angle, but maybe a pass, but Doshi's able to shut it down. Kemek pops it up here. Going to need to read this off the double. Porter's also up for it. Hipdusty going to turn on this one as well. Finds a great shot. And the defender can't get back to it. And Tujutsu find themselves back in the lead.
After all those aerials, it's just a simple little slot from Hipdusty to make it go in. That's so poetic.
Yeah, nice little goal there.
That really describes how the series is going so far.
Yeah, it's been a mess. It really has. There's no other way to put it. I'm sure you feel it. I'm sure everybody watching feels it. I'm sure the players feel it too. But hey, man, it is what it is sometimes. Sometimes there's just stuff out of your control. This is one of those times, but minute and 30 to go. Tujutsu need to hold on. Porter the Great gonna put this into the orange side. He's gonna put this into the corner as well. Hipdusty gonna try and find a follow, but insanely beat out by KM King there as this ball's going midfield as KM King runs out of boost. Can't get a touch on it. Kemek, the big boom the other way. Doshi gonna need a touch on this one. Gets it around Kemek for now. Jank a little bit awkward here. Allows Porter the Great to kind of put this ball midfield, but Hipdusty a little bit hesitant, trying to read what Kemek was doing there, but Kemek is going to come in here, get a great first touch, but KM King has a nice clean beat. He's going to look for another one off of Hipdusty, but KM King just a little bit awkward, almost getting in the way of its Jank there. As this ball's almost floating, it almost is a third for Tujutsu. But I have to say, the rotations from Tujutsu have been looking very, very good here tonight. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Looks like they're communicating well. And they're looking like a LAN team, if I can say so the least.
Most definitely. They really look like a well-oiled machine. And once again, it could be due to lag, but like it's really in comparison to Blitz, who've just been kind of all over the place. Communications have been down. But once again, 14 seconds left. They can get a goal. Oh, shot coming through. Oh, and unfortunately, KM King is not able to get it in. It's Jank going to try and keep some pressure up here, but unfortunately, Kemek going to take it away. 4 seconds left. This has to stay up, and I think it's going to bounce once at least. Can Porter put it down? He does, as 2 Jits, 1 Unk take this series.
Yeah, man. Great. I mean, okay, I'm going to put this out there. Great series from 2 Jits, 1 Unk, right? I mean, they played very well, especially coming back there in game number 4. But you got to feel almost heartbroken, right, for Blitz. It's not how you want to, end your season by any means. So I can't help but feel sympathy for those guys. And having their season end like that is definitely sucks to see, to say the least. But anyways, without further ado, 2 Jits 1 Unk do progress their win 4-0 against Blitz. Now 2 Jits 1 Unk are only a 1 series away from progressing to LAN. But they're going to have an insane task in front of them. They're going to have to take down the likes of the former #1 seed of Lethal Shootas. So we're going to see if they're ready for that. Let's go ahead and get these guys in for a quick little winners interview here. Welcome to the winner's desk here, boys. A messy series to say the least. Listen, you guys played out of your mind. You guys played very well, but I can't help but feel a little bit heartbroken for Blitz. I mean, you hate to have someone's season end like that. But all that put aside, you guys played well, to say the least, especially game 4 coming back from that. I'll toss it to you, Chemic. Run me through the roller coaster that was that series.
Not gonna lie, a little bit of clowning in between. Honestly, I kind of like the waiting around a little bit. Just getting the clown around with the other team for a little bit. I don't know. It builds a little sense of camaraderie. It makes the game a little less what is it? Competitive. A little more fun. So I don't know. It's scuffed, but we'll take it.
Yeah, no, it was scuffed. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, it's like one of those things where if we had, maybe some more time, we could, maybe look at a reschedule or something like that. But we've played this enough. We've done 6 seasons of this. I know what it takes. There's just no time. So it was just unfortunate. But like you said, maybe a little bit more fun for you. Not so fun for Blitz. But we'll see. We'll see. How the rest of it can go. But I'll toss it to you, Porter the Great. We talked a lot about your shooting and stuff like that in a couple of your other interviews. And tonight you looked on point. I ain't gonna lie, you looked really good, slotting a lot of great goals when you needed them most. So talk to me about, have you been working on that at all? I mean, been looking good here tonight.
Since last game, I haven't played till this game, so nothing was being worked on. We got a few warm-up games before this. Hit a training pack for like 30 minutes earlier. That was it. I was just coming in this game, having fun. Just gonna lock in for it.
Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate that. It was a lot of fun to see. I'll toss it to you, Mitch. You got any questions for these guys?
I also had a question to Hip Dusty. As the third man of this team, how was your mindset with all the delays and everything happening in there?
Are you talking about like the lag and stuff they were?
I would say just like the lags, the restarts, because like that's gonna get on your mental eventually. I just want to ask you, did it really affect you at all, or not really?
Not really. I mean, it sucks definitely, especially for like Blitz. I felt bad for them, but what can you do?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's putting all of that aside, you guys definitely played fantastic. I felt like when you guys are just chilling and having fun, you guys definitely look like a LAN ready team, to say the least. So it's a lot of fun to see. But the last question will be, is after the series earlier decided who you guys are going to be going up against next for the LAN qualification match, and it's going to be the former Titan of Division D of Lethal Shootas. How are you feeling about that, boys?
Honestly, I think we're fine. I think this game, with as much scuffed and them playing down a player, unfortunately for that first game, but I feel like we still kind of proved ourselves enough. Like, yes, we are the 5 seed, but we deserve to be here. We are definitely contenders. So I think, and we made a promise to Thicky that we would play him at LAN. So kind of got to fulfill that a little bit. So
Oh, there you go. I mean, like I said, all that aside, I already kind of mentioned it too. It's just like you guys definitely looked like a land ready team. So like I said, hopefully you guys can bring your A game because you guys are going to need it against that lethal Shootas team. That was a great series earlier against Abos. But yeah, it's going to be a blast to see that one. It's going to be both a land qualification and an elimination match all in one. Stakes cannot be higher there. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see that series. I'll be looking forward to that. But with that win, progress one step closer to that land step. So huge congrats, boys, and good luck in your next series.
Thank you guys for casting. Sorry for keeping you up late, Unk.
Hey, man. It's all good, man. I'm made for this. It's all good.
Thank you guys again.
Yep. Peace out, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for the stream here tonight. The matchup between 2 Jits, 1 Unk, and Blitz is over. It's a heartbreaking loss for Blitz. It's a 4-0 sweep in favor of 2 Jits, 1 Unk as they step one step closer to their land ticket. I'm a broken record, but seriously, I can't feel enough sympathy for this Blitz team. I would love to be able to postpone and do this and that, but seriously, I know, trust me, I know how all this stuff goes. There's just no time. There's just no time. We got to get that last series in. It's just kind of how it is. So seriously, I appreciate everybody for taking a part of this Blitz, especially you guys for being a part of the league and stuff like that. You know, your support as always league can't happen without the players and stuff like that. So I just want to get that out of the way. 2 Jits, 1 Unk played fantastic as well. And we saw a banger series earlier against Abos and lethal Shootas, who will 2 Jits, 1 Unk now get to face. So gonna be a lot of fun. Mitch, thank you so much for hopping on the desk with me. That was a tough one to cast, so I appreciate you sticking with it with me.
Hey, no worries, anytime.
All right, as always, please, everyone, please follow all of our socials, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. We've been trying to post on there. We post all of our VODs over on our YouTube channel. So if you do want to watch back any of our series and stuff like that, you can watch the full series there. We also have an Epic creator code that people have been using. There's been a lot of new releases and stuff. So if you buy any of those, make poor life choices, please use code DCRL and help us out. And lastly, we do have a Discord where you can join and partake in 6-mans, be a part of the community, and join for our next season of DCRL if you're eligible. So with that all out of the way, thank you guys all so much for all the support in the chat, on the stream, everything. So much appreciated. Last thing I will say, we have a 1 a.m. stream coming up. So the night is not over yet. Someone else is going to be streaming for me. I'm too old to do that type of thing. So we're going to have a 1 a.m. stream coming up later tonight. So please stay tuned for that. This was obviously delayed enough to pretty much almost line up with that. So it'll be coming up very shortly. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.